Live from Jimmy John's Field in downtown Utica, the United Shore Professional Baseball League is on the air. Game 3 in league history is getting set to get underway on an absolutely gorgeous Friday evening for baseball. There'll be post-game fireworks here today at Jimmy John's Field as the Eastside Diamond Hoppers take on the Utica Unicorns. Both teams undefeated on the early season, each team with a victory over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. The Beavers now 0-2, but both Eastside and Utica 1-0 on the year. Utica coming up with a victory on Memorial Day on the opener. And then on Thursday yesterday, Eastside picked up a victory over Birmingham Bloomfield. Hello, everyone. I'm Brad Golder alongside Kevin Klein. Kevin, it was a game yesterday where neither team's pitching staffs had great command. There were a lot of walks and some hit batsmen in the game. But I think we saw maybe something that, may be kind of a hallmark of this Eastside Diamond Hoppers team throughout the season. This team in green, to me, can really hit the baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. And it starts with the top of the order with outfielder Luke Ortel. We talked about the reigning GLIAC Player of the Year, also Alex Santana in the 3-hole, and Jamie McMillan really had a nice game yesterday, 3 for 5, also 2 strikeouts to go with that. But from top to bottom, the lineup is very strong. Definitely something to look out for the rest of the year.
Absolutely. The Diamond Hoppers scoring 6 runs in the game yesterday, coming away with a 6-3 victory. They had 9 hits and really could have done a lot more damage. They stranded 13 runners on base in the game, but could not push across any more than those 6, but it was plenty enough for the victory. The winning pitcher was Drew Bravo with 2 innings in relief, 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings. For the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers, another loss, but another game with a home run for Nick Wilson. The 6'6" slugging first baseman has put an early mark in the power column in the USPBL leaderboard. Right now, the only player, in fact, in the league with a home run. In fact, he's got 2 to lead the circuit, and he's been a lone bright spot for the Beavers so far, who dropped to 0-2 on the season.
Yeah, and Nick Wilson, the Beavers have only scored 4 runs in 2 games, and Wilson has scored all 4 of them. He has been the one bright spot, like you mentioned, Brad, in the middle of the order. And both of those home runs have just been absolutely fantastic, easily clearing the left field wall. So they are not wall scrapers by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, Utica with a 5-1 victory in the opener on Memorial Day, and with a convincing 5-1 victory over Birmingham Bloomfield. Maybe no surprise, their manager Greg Grawl decided to run out the exact same 9 from 1 to 9, same positions, same spots in the batting order, and I guess you score 5 runs in a victory in the first game in this ballpark, and no need to tinker with what got it done for them in that first game. They're going to go right back with that same 9.
Yeah, exactly, and a lot of fun to watch the Unicorns the first game, especially that 4th inning where they scored 4 of their 5 runs that day. And Zach Blonder in the 9-hole again today. He was in the 9-hole on Monday, but he was 2 for 4. A lot of production coming from the bottom third of the order, which was key to that victory on Memorial Day.
Let's take a look at our pitching matchup for this one. For the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, they're going to go with a large presence on the mound and a local product. It'll be Chris McDonald getting the start. All 6'6" of him will get the start today for Eastside. He's from Livonia and played quasi-locally in the state at Hillsdale College, and his manager here for the Diamond Hoppers, Paul Nochi, was the head coach for a long time, for 20 seasons for Hillsdale College. So he has brought in one of his standout players from Hillsdale, and he will get the start here in the Diamond Hoppers' second ever game.
Yeah, Chris McDonald coming from that high arm angle, has second team All GLIAC award on his resume, had a very successful career at Hillsdale this past year, just about 40 innings, also 3 victories to his name. So he's going to be a big presence on the mound today.
His mound opponent today for the Utica Unicorns will be right-hander Cassidy Gaines, and another big dude on the mound at 6'5", 195 pounds. The two starting pitchers today could make up a pretty good front court in a basketball pickup game here in the USPBL. He's an Idaho native, played at Northern State, and he will get the start today for the Utica Unicorns.
Yeah, and he's another big guy. There's going to be plenty of heat coming from the mound today with these tall flamethrowers. Cassidy Gaines, another tall guy, a tall pitcher. So high arm angle from him. Going to be a lot of the same, or going to be expecting a lot of the same from both Gaines and McDonald today.
The Eastside Diamond Hoppers have taken the field, and now it's the Utica Unicorns who are lining up along the third base line as we are getting prepared for today's game. It is a meet the Diamond Hopper. No, meet the Unicorns.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We met the Diamond Hoppers yesterday. Met the Unicorns here today, and this is part of what the United Shore Professional Baseball League is about. It's about the fan engagement, the fan experience. As the gates open today, Utica Unicorns players were out in full uniform and greeting fans as they came in. And, something you don't see Justin Verlander in full uniform at a Tigers game greeting fans, and it's not because he's a jerk. It's just there's only so many people that you can greet at, a 40,000-seat ballpark. But here in a smaller, more intimate environment, and in the minor leagues, you get a chance to meet the players as you come into the game. Players were friendly, signing autographs, taking selfies, and two of the Unicorn players even took part in a pickup wiffle ball game down the right field line. I'm not sure which players they were. We're still learning the players as the season goes on, but two of those players were having just as much fun, if not more, than the youngsters who were in full uniform from a Little League team in that wiffle ball field down the right field line. And that's just what the United Shore Professional Baseball League's about.
Yeah, it was great seeing the sparkle in all these kids' eyes coming through the front gates and getting their autograph card and going down the line, meeting the players, talking with the players, even seeing some adults in the autograph line, just talking with them, saying, hey, where'd you come from? What's your story? Just getting on a personal level with these players, and you're absolutely right. That's something that is so unique and special to minor league baseball and will stick with these fans for years to come.
And those youngsters that were playing wiffle ball before the game get the opportunity to take the field with the Unicorns players before the game as well. They're decked out in their uniform tops along with the Unicorns as they are announced here on the field prior to this one. Another day with idyllic conditions here in downtown Utica. Just a few wispy clouds up ahead and a bright, beautiful sunny day. As the game progresses, the sun will set and we will have darkness, which will allow us to illuminate the skies with the post-game fireworks as well prior to this one. We are expecting a sellout, or at least close to sellout crowd here today for the third ever game at Jimmy John's Field. And I know tickets were going very, very fast, really at the last minute, as fans, I think, saw the great weather as well. And there's a great amount of game day of the game tickets that were sold here prior to this ball game. The Unicorns starting lineup being announced along with their local youngsters, call them baseball buddies, as they go out on the field. And the Unicorns being announced as their starting lineup. The Unicorns reserve players are lined up down the third base line. And as the visiting team, the Eastside Diamond Hoppers players are lined up along the first base line prior to the ball game. Again, it's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers and the Utica Unicorns. One team trying to improve. Actually, both teams are trying to improve. Only one of them will be successful in improving to 2-0 on the season. Cassidy Gaines getting the start today for the Unicorns, along with right-hander Chris McDonald. Let's throw it down to the field. Our national anthem, Alyssa Pejkowski, will perform today's Star Spangled Banner. Alyssa Pajikowski, the terrific rendition of our national anthem from Jimmy Johns Field. The Utica Unicorns in their home white uniforms have taken the field. Their buddies are departing the field as we speak, and the Eastside Diamond Hoppers getting set to take their first at-bats of the ball game. And here's the way that manager Paul Nochi will align his starting 9 for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers.
Well, very similar to last night's game. Luke Ortel is going to be leading off, playing left field instead of center field today. Ricky Castro in the 2-hole playing shortstop. Alex Santana moves from left field to center field. He's batting third. Tom Nagy in the cleanup spot in right field. Jamie McMillan, who we said was 3 for 5 yesterday at first base. Alex Delgado will man the hot corner in the 6-hole third base. DHing today is Kyle Carter. Chris Power will follow him. He will be Chris McDonald's battery mate doing the catching duties. And rounding out the lineup will be Cam Stewart. He is playing second base today.
They will be facing the right-hander Cassidy Gaines, who goes through his warm-up tosses on the mound. Defensively, same look that they had on the opener Monday. Cruz in left, Harrell in center, Crutcher in right field. It's Irvin at third, Gonzalez at shortstop. Young's the second baseman. Blonder takes the throws at first, and McKenna wears the tools of ignorance back behind the plate. Another absolutely gorgeous Friday evening for baseball in downtown Utica. If you have not made it out to Jimmy Johns Field, you got to check it out. They have done a terrific job with this brand new facility in the northern Detroit suburbs. It was something that Detroit needed. And so many metro areas, particularly in the Midwest, have had success with minor league baseball. Minor league baseball has had success in kind of medium and small towns throughout its history, and I'd say relatively recently there's been that success in the suburbia.
Yeah,
whether you look at Chicago or Cleveland, New York, all have very successful minor league teams.
Yeah, and Jimmy Johns Field is kind of the epicenter in the middle of all these different cities. And if you look at Rochester, Bloomfield, Troy, Utica, it's right in the heart of Utica, so there's plenty of interest among the surrounding towns.
75 gorgeous degrees, sunny skies as Luke Ortel steps in the left-handed batter's box to face the tall right-hander Cassidy Gaines. And our first pitch of the ball game, fast strike, catches the outside corner, and we are underway at 7:47. Gaines winds, fires, line, right field, and it gets down in front of Crutcher for a base knock. Second hit of the young season for Luke Ortel. And he is aboard to begin things for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers.
Always need to be careful now. Luke Ortel with that leadoff single has plenty of speed over at first base. We saw him take off last night for second base, advancing actually on a wild pitch, but they're able to advance on to third base on a sacrifice bunt. So he does have some wheels.
Switch hitting shortstop Ricky Castro shows bunt, pulls back, it's low. 1 ball and no strikes. Castro 0 for 3 in the debut yesterday. He was hit by a pitch. He did lay down a sacrifice and stole a base. Everybody that played for the Diamond Hoppers 1 through 9 had some sort of impact offensively. Not everybody had a hit, but everybody had some sort of contribution. And for Castro, it was an 0 for 3, but he got on base twice and laid down a bunt. Correction, he got on base once. Runner on the move, it's outside. Throw it on to second, and it sails high past the shortstop, Gonzalez, backed up by Young. Stolen base for Luke Ortel. Count is 2-0 to Castro. It's an idea of what Ortel can do in that leadoff spot. We talked about it as the GLIAC Player of the Year this year in the Great Lakes Conference. He was hitting just a tick below 500 in conference play.
I mean, his numbers looked like they were out of a video game. That's how crazy good they were.
Swing and a miss by Castro, 2-1.
And he really did everything. He had home run power, speed, defensive versatility. It was just he was a fun player to watch.
And that's a very good Division II baseball conference. You look at it, Grand Valley year in and year out, one of the top teams. Some of the Ohio teams are very good as well. 2-1, bunted, popped up third base side, and it lands in foul territory. 2-2 to Castro. Kind of popped up that bunt, but was able to get away with it with the foul ball. Count runs to 2-2 to the East Side Diamond Hoppers shortstop. Alex Santana to follow. We're in the top of the first inning, just underway from Jimmy Johns Field. Runner at second, none out. Gaines was a sports management major at Northern State. Delivers the 2-2. Cut on and missed the ball in the dirt. Blocked by McKenna. Looks at second. Fires to first and just does get Ricky Castro for the out. First strikeout for Gaines.
And it looked like McKenna almost hesitated a little too much there, trusting his arm there. Ricky Castro moves down the line quickly, but still able to complete the strikeout. But he had to make sure Luke Ortel was not going anywhere from second base.
Alex Santana, the batter, he was on base 3 times yesterday. A single and 2 walks for the former Dodgers farmhand. Bat held high, right-handed batter, knees slightly bent, and he takes a fastball knee high on the outside corner. Santana and Ortel switch places defensively today. Santana will get a crack, showing off his wheels in a more spacious center field after playing left field yesterday. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball, and he fouls it off the top of the netting above the dugout suites along the first base side. It's tempting to say where that ball landed that it was on top of the dugouts, but here at Jimmy Johns Field, the dugouts a little bit of in kind of an atypical position further up the first and third base lines. And those seats that normally go to the players in the dugouts here at Jimmy Johns Field go to the paying customers. Santana fouls this one back behind the plate. Stays a nothing in 2 count. As we've seen, it results in a long walk for managers and coaches going out to the mound. It makes that walk of shame for a batter after a strikeout that much longer, going back to the dugout. Still nothing in 2 to Santana, and he takes outside, scoots past McKenna to the backstop, and into third goes Ortel. Believe that'll be a wild pitch, although McKenna tried to backhand it. It didn't bounce, but I think it was a little too far outside for him to handle.
It didn't look like that difficult or that wicked of an off-speed pitch, but you're right. McKenna went with the backhand and just off the heel of the glove.
Now the 1-2 delivery. Santana grounds it towards second base. That'll get a run home. Infield playing back. Throw by Young onto first is in time for the out. A productive ground out for Alex Santana. Ortel scores, and it's 1-0 Diamond Hoppers.
25, right fielder,
and that doesn't help Santana's average, but you know what? That gets the run home in the first inning. The Diamond Hoppers able to strike first and productive at bat, even though he did not reach base.
Here comes Tom Nagy. He had a unique day yesterday. He was 0 for 2, but walked 3 times in the game. Takes that one high, did not offer at it. 1 ball, no strikes. And we calculated it. He saw in 5 plate appearances 28 pitches.
That's patience.
1-0 is high, and the count's now 2 balls and no strikes. He had 3 full counts. 2-0. Line foul hard towards Auburn Avenue, and the count's 2-1. I think he's going to be a fun guy to watch, and he's got a unique batting style. He wears no batting gloves for that old school look. He's got kind of a crouch look to start his at bat, but then kind of stands upright as he gets ready. And the pitch is high, 3-1. He's got maybe a little bit more movement than you would typically teach a batter with his hands before the pitch. But he's shown to be a very patient hitter. The 3-1, check the swing. Didn't go, it was outside, and already 4 walks for Tom Nagy. And we are barely 2 games into his season.
I mean, the guy can really take a walk. He can really see pitches, and we mentioned it last night. It helps the rest of the order because Cassidy Gaines forced to throw his whole pitching arsenal during these deep at-bats and give guys like Jamie McMillan a better chance to see what Gaines is throwing up there.
Yeah, and he saw a lot of pitches in the on-deck circle yesterday and benefited with 3 hits. Bounces this one towards his manager, Paul Nochi, and foul, 0-1. 3 hits, all singles for McMillan. Showed a pretty good opposite field approach, I thought, as well at the plate. Yeah, 2 of his singles were to left, 1 of them was to center. So he was spraying the ball around. Nagy leads. The 0-1 is a little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs, runner at first. It's a 1-0 lead for the Diamond Hoppers. They manufactured a run with a single, stolen base, wild pitch, and then an RBI ground out. The 1-1 delivery. McMillan takes low. A little bit below the knees, it's 2-1. Gaines takes a look over at first base and delivers a called strike on the outer edge. It's now full to the left-handed hitting first baseman out of the Peach State of Georgia. Saw Nagy gave way yesterday to a pinch runner. That may be an indication that he may not be one of their faster players, but could be going on a 2-2. He's not. And a swing and a miss at a ball that was low, blocked by McKenna, who fires to first to retire Jamie McMillan. Well, Gaines struck out a couple in the inning, but he gave up the first run of the ball game. Through a half an inning, it's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers 1, Utica Unicorns coming to bat. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the Utica Unicorns in this one.
Well, if this sounds familiar, it is. It's the exact same lineup from opening day, but Blake Harrell will be playing center field in the leadoff spot. Brad Young will follow him at second base. Chris Cruz in left field, batting third. DHing today and also batting cleanup is Jay Karp. Chris Irvin will be playing third base, batting fifth. Austin Crutcher out in right field. Carlos Gonzalez playing shortstop today, batting seventh. Brian McKenna, as we've mentioned, is the battery mate of McDonald, and Zach Blonder will finish up the lineup playing first base today.
And they will face the former Hillsdale Charger, Chris McDonald, who was used last year predominantly as a reliever. Set the school record for saves in a season with 11 last year. Played from 2013 through 16 at Hillsdale.
And the crazy thing about that record, he finished with 11, but he just needed 16 games to actually break the record. He had 8 saves in the first 16 games of that year. So definitely knows how to shut the door, but Paul Nochi putting him in the starting role for his second game.
You know, and he played 4 years of college baseball, but he's still a relatively young guy, just 21 years old. He'll turn 22 in October. He's a Livonian native and has certainly grown quite a bit in his 21 years at 6'6". Defensively, he is backed by Ortel in left, Santana in center, Nagy in right. And then from third to first on the infield, Delgado, Castro, Stewart, and McMillan. New catcher for today's game. It's Power who does the squatting and catches a pitch just off the plate outside. 1-0 to the left-handed hitting Blake Harrell. Next delivery home from McDonald. That one's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Harrell 1 for 5 on Monday with 1 RBI. 2-0. That one does catch the outside corner. It's 2-1 to Blake Harrell. Harrell out of Mississippi State, cuts and misses at an off-speed pitch. Good 2-1. Looked like changeup there from McDonald. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that was a great pitch by McDonald in a fastball count.
And that one's outside. Now full 3-2 to Blake Harrell.
McDonald's windup, just looking at him early on, a high leg kick and really rears back, can be very deceptive to the hitters.
And he threw a changeup on 3-2. Got Harrell out in front for a strikeout. 1 down here in the first. Other thing you'll notice, I think, right away with McDonald, he pitches like he's double parked. He works quickly and doesn't waste a whole lot of time out there on the mound. He gets the baseball and he's ready to go.
Keeps his infielders on their toes, which is definitely appreciated.
First pitch to Brad Young results in a swing and a miss, 0-1. Young, the second baseman. 1 for 3 Monday with a double and an RBI. Again, McDonald works quickly. That one's flied, shallow left center field over Santana and Ortel. And Ortel, the left fielder, calls for it, 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter number
Chris
4,
Cruz stands in.
Cruz.
Took an 0 for 4 on Monday. All-time leader in home runs at Cornell University.
Definitely has a lot of power in that 3 spot, and we talked to Greg Rawl before the game today. He also likes Jay Karp's power, who's batting cleanup today. So a lot of power in the heart of the order for the Unicorns.
Here's Cruz, and he takes a strike at the knees. Tell you what else has got some power. That degree he's got from Cornell. That's that'll stand out on a resume. 0-1 to Cruz, swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the Ivy Leaguer. Cruz stands in, waits. The pitch from McDonald. Missed the outside corner, tried to extend that corner a little bit, but missed away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now McDonald comes right back at it. Changeup, swing and a miss for strike 3. McDonald, very impressive in his first inning of USPBL work. Through an inning, 1-0 Diamond Hoppers. This is the USPBL.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Derry with you down on the field. It is time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Run Around the Bases. Our contestants tonight, 2 sisters from Washington, Aubrey and Addison. Give them a nice round of applause. Addison is 7, Aubrey is 4. They're racing the Unicorns mascot, the great Lancelot, around the bases. On your marks, get set, let's do it, go! Come on, Addison and Aubrey, go, go! Oh, Addison's got major wheels, around the bases we go, there you go. Oh, Aubrey forgot to touch first. Addison's flying around the bases. Lancelot's in 3rd, he's in trouble. It's going to be our 3rd straight day of the mascot losing. Careful, fellas, don't hit the girls. Addison is our winner, yes, give her a hand. Fans, let's hear it for Addison and Aubrey of Washington, Michigan. Our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Run Around the Bases.
I got a sneaking suspicion that the mascots are not going to win a single race.
Too bad
this
for
year.
them. Too bad for them.
1-0 our score. Eastside Diamond Hoppers leading the Utica Unicorns. A couple cute little youngsters running the bases between innings. They were from Washington, Michigan. And their task was to get around the bases before the Unicorn. Lancelot, the Unicorn, yes. And they were successful in that endeavor. Lancelot came in second. No, in third. There were two girls.
Actually, yes.
Normally the mascots have been coming in second this year, but with two contestants, the mascot came in third. Alex Delgado will begin things for East Side in the top half of the second inning. The third baseman went 1 for 5 yesterday with a double, scored twice. Open stance as he waits and takes well high from Cassidy Gaines. 1 ball, no strikes. Gaines threw 22 pitches in the first frame and misses outside and low and falls behind 2-0. Outfield plays pretty much straight away and fairly deep for Delgado, who takes low and away, 3 balls and no strikes.
And here's the question, 3-0 early in the game. Do you give Delgado, who has some power, the green light?
We'll never know. It was high and in, and ball 4 to Delgado.
Now batting, designated hitter number 19.
Kyle Carter makes his USPBL debut in the 7th spot in the order. He is the DH today. Carter could also see some time this year on the mound.
Very versatile player, played his college ball at Lynn University.
He's from Columbus, Georgia. Was part of a Little League state championship team in Georgia. And there's the first strike of the second inning. Pumped into Carter.
Been competing in baseball and succeeding for a long time now.
Throw to first, runner back. Delgado, the runner at first, nobody out. Diamond Hoppers batting up 1-0 here in the second. And Gaines fires. That one is taken a little bit high, 1-1 to Carter. Diamond Hoppers and Unicorns both wearing the same set of uniforms they wore in their debut game victories. 1-1, line to the left by Carter, foul over towards the picnic area. 1-2. The Diamond Hoppers uniform is unique because it's not a solid lime green as it may appear from a distance. The uniform actually has dark green spots on it.
Lily pads.
It's not easy being green. The 1-2 is high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. They have orange numbers on the back. Orange logo on the left breast. And the caps are kind of a lime green with orange bills. 2-2, cut out and missed by Carter, and he is the third strikeout victim of the game for Cassidy Gaines.
And Gaines just absolutely blew that fastball right by him at the belt, and Carter not able to catch up to it. We've seen Cassidy Gaines lose his command slightly already with 2 walks, but able to control that fastball and blow it by Carter.
With that uniform combination, they go with the gray pants as well as the road team. Kind of has a color scheme of the Miami Hurricanes. This one is low to Chris Power, 1 ball, no strikes. Everything but the lily pads. That's a unique addition to the Diamond Hoppers unis.
I think that might be close to unique across all minor league baseball. It would be fascinating to see how many lily pad themed jerseys there are.
The 1-0. A little bit low, 2-0 to the catcher Power. Utica wearing their home white uniforms, purple caps with red bills. Utica's script letters across the chest and the purple numerals on the back. 2-0 to Power. Kind of flinched a little bit on a pitch that just missed. 3 balls, no strikes.
Looked like Gaines took some off of that pitch, which is probably why Power flinched a little bit. That's the only thing I can think of, as it was a very close miss.
The 3-0 misses low and away, ball 4. And the second walk of the inning, third of the game already for Gaines.
Second baseman Cameron Stewart.
And both of his walks have been 4 pitch walks.
Well, Gaines, we're seeing a lot what we saw out of Diamond Hopper starter Dakota Freeze last night. A lot of strikeouts, 3 already, but 3 walks as well, and was the MO for Dakota Freeze, as he definitely had the stuff to strike Beavers hitters out, but had shaky control.
Cam Stewart takes a look at that one a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Stewart, the Frostburg State University product, went 1 for 4 yesterday with a single and a run scored. Pickoff play on at second, no throw. Delgado dives back to the bag. Second baseman Young came in for the cover. Five straight out of the zone from Cassidy Gaines. The 6-foot right-hander straightens up on the mound and fires the 1-0. That one splits the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Delgado running at second, Power at first, 1 out. 1-0 East Side, top of the second. Beautiful night for baseball, great crowd on hand. 1-1, that fooled McKenna. He didn't catch it cleanly, and I don't think he was expecting that particular pitch to come. It was a breaking ball.
And right on cue, McKenna's going to go to talk at the mound to Cassidy Gaines. It was a breaking ball. McKenna was looking for a fastball as he was trying to frame the pitch on the outer part of the plate. But McKenna straightening up the signs with his pitcher.
Definitely a cross up there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Stewart stands waiting in the right-handed batter's box. And the pitch home. Lined over the head of the shortstop into left field for a hit. Rounding third, Delgado. He's being waved. The ball bobbled in left by Cruz. Into third goes Chris Power. It's a single for Cam Stewart, and it's 2-0 Diamond Hoppers.
And that might have been a close play at home if Cruz would have fielded it cleanly. However, a little bobble in left field allowed Delgado to score easily and Chris Power to advance to third.
Shane McCaddy, the pitching coach, heading out to the mound for a visit with Cassidy Gaines.
And this is what we were talking about in the open, is from top to bottom, the Diamond Hoppers lineup is so deep and has the potential to unleash the floodgates. Only 2 runs so far here, but from production from the top of the order, you look, Luke Ortel led off the game with a base hit and eventually scored, and Delgado leading off the inning with a walk, and he just scored.
First and third with 1 out. Top of the order, Luke Ortel, who singled back in the first inning. Mound visit concluded as Shane McCaddy heads back to the dugout. It's a 2-0 Diamond Hoppers lead, and here comes the first pitch to Ortel. Outside and low. Some smoke from the barbecue billowing from the right field picnic area. Here comes the 1-0. That misses outside, 2 balls. And no strikes to Ortel. Ortel speedy out of that left-handed batter's box. He's a tough guy to double up. But the middle infielders are back. The 2-0 pitch, low and away. 3 balls, no strikes to Ortel.
Gaines really struggling with his command this inning. With the fastball, as we saw to the walks, or with the walks to Delgado and Power, and now with the off-speed pitches, just trying to find the grip on something in his repertoire.
Inside corner at the knees to Ortel, and it's 3-1. Paul Nochi goes through the signs in the third base coach's box. We're just outside the box. 3-1 pitch to Ortel. Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 4. But instead the count is full to Ortel.
Ortel expecting fastball in that 3-1 count. Instead, Gaines tripped him up, went with the off-speed pitch, and Ortel could not hold up.
Payoff pitch with 1 away. Runner goes from first. Ground ball right side. Fielded there by Young. It's going to get another run in. Throw on to first is in time to get Luke Ortel. So he hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Power scores from third. Cam Stewart to second. 2 outs for Castro.
Another productive at-bat from Luke Ortel, and a good play from Brad Young there as he was moving over to second base to possibly cover on that steal attempt from Power, but able to regain his lateral quickness and gobble up that ground ball.
Runner at second with 2 outs. And Ricky Castro, the batter, grounds that one fair down the third base line past the diving Irvin. A run will score easily. Into second goes Castro. The throw is late to double for Castro on a ground ball down the third base line. And it is 4-0 Diamond Hoppers.
Got a Diamond Hopper off the pond. 4-0.
And a right-hander throwing in the Utica bullpen. I don't know how much longer the Unicorns will be able to stay with Cassidy Gaines.
Now batting center fielder number 21.
And that was just a great hit right down the third base line. You really don't expect a lefty to hit it right there.
Runner at second, 2 outs. Alex Santana grounded in a run back in the first. Waits and takes a breaking ball low and away. You wonder if Gaines can't retire Santana, if this is the last man he would face.
It depends how fast that Utica bullpen is working, and especially with a lefty on deck in Tom Nagy. Excuse me, a righty on deck.
Fouled back by Santana, 1-1. One thing I've learned in baseball, though, if your pitcher and the bullpen's not ready, there are always delay tactics. There's always a shoe that can be untied. There's always a shortstop that can go in and talk to the pitcher.
And especially with the dugout positioning, there is quite a long stroll out to the mound.
1-1's outside, 2-1. If you want the pitcher to stay in rhythm, you sprint as a pitching coach to the mound. You got something real quick to say. Guy's in a good rhythm. You sprint to the mound, you sprint back. If you want the bullpen to get a little bit extra time, your walk and gait becomes rather slow. Two balls, 1 strike to Alex Santana. And a called strike, fastball outside corner. Good pitcher's pitch there by Gaines, 2-2. That's a little bit of that location for Gaines. It's where he's been trying to put it all game.
Well, it comes and goes, and it comes and goes with the type of pitch as well.
First the 2-2, breaking ball line hard right side, heads up. That one's headed towards the road down the right side.
And Gaines got away with one there, almost hung that breaking ball and was on the inner third of the plate, especially to a power hitter like Santana, not one you typically get away with.
Santana has power to all fields. There's a little bit of a gap in right center for him. The 2-2 pitch, and he flares that one in shallow right field. Crutcher on, can't make the play. In to score is Castro. The throw cut off by the first baseman, Blonder. 5-0 Diamond Hoppers. Alex Santana with his second RBI of the game. And that one hardly crushed by Santana, but well placed in right.
And it looks like Greg Rawl, manager of the Unicorns, is on that top step of the dugout, waiting to see whether or not Gaines will live to face another batter.
Looks like he will. In fact, I believe the bullpen is ready. They've had enough time to throw. But Gaines is going to be allowed to continue on to face Tom Nagy. Broken bat flare, center field. It gets down for a hit. Santana puts on the Jets, takes off for third, and the throw cut off by the shortstop, Gonzalez. Nagy sacrificed his bat on that one, splintered it on a base hit into center field. Santana goes first to third. And now the first baseman, Jamie McMillan, becomes the 9th Diamond Hopper to step to the plate here in the second.
4 hits now allowed in the inning by Gaines, 2 walks as well.
Runners lead from the corners, and that one's high and away from Gaines, 1-0 to McMillan. McMillan, another Georgian native from Forsyth, Georgia. Went to college in the state of Georgia. 1-0 pitch, ground ball to shortstop. Gonzalez takes the short route to second for the force out to end the inning. But the Eastside Diamond Hoppers score 4 times in the top half of the second inning, take a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the second inning from Jimmy Johns Field.
Everybody back there up here in the grandstand, it is time for the Vincent Joe's Lucky 50. You know what that is. It's time to give away some jumbo cupcakes courtesy of our friends at Vincent Joe's Gourmet Markets. Who wants a cupcake? Come on. All right, pipe down. The winning row is right behind me. Section 102, rows 7 and 8. Yes, 7 and 8. Where are you? You're getting jumbo cupcakes courtesy of Vincent Joe's, and one grand prize winner is going to get a $30 gift card. Check under your seat. Look, guys, you're getting your stuff. It's fantastic. Now remember, if you're not in luck tonight, you are creating something cold on this hot night. The Vincent Joe's Gelato stand is right behind me here outside of section 102. Best gelato in the area. Vincent Joe's, we love you.
Nothing lead for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, and after a fairly long delay, Chris McDonald goes back to work on the mound. I believe there was, I didn't see him start, but I believe he started throwing in the bullpen during that top half. There was enough of a delay just to kind of stay warm. I never actually saw him throw, but I saw a couple guys go down to the bullpen. I believe he was going down just to get a little bit of throwing to stay loose.
Well, it's tough. That was about a 20-minute delay, and even though it is a warm night at Jimmy Johns Field, always want to keep that arm loose.
Jake Karp will lead things off against the right-hander from Hillsdale College. And an off-speed pitch bounced towards third, backhanded by Delgado, who throws across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out for McDonald here in the second.
And
McDonald's been very economical at his pitches so far. He's gotten 4 outs on 13 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the first inning, too, 2 strikeouts by McDonald, and 1 coming on the off-speed pitch, 1 coming on the fastball, and was very impressive commanding and controlling that off-speed changeup.
Third baseman Chris Irvin stands in, a right-handed swinger, takes a look at a strike called outside corner. Irvin was 1 for 2. Runs scored on Monday, plus a walk and a hit batsman. Lines this one to right field, and it gets down for the first hit of the game for the Unicorns, as Irvin serves that one into the opposite field.
Right field. Number 3, Austin Crutcher.
Now Austin Crutcher, the right fielder, 2 for 4 on Monday.
Crutcher also, I believe, had 2 stolen bases on Monday, showing off the wheels. A very versatile player. Tough to double up.
Irvin at first, 1 down. First pitch to Crutcher, fast strike on the outside corner. The pattern so far in this game typically has been for McDonald to follow up a fastball with a changeup or breaking ball. Let's see if he does that again here. Nope, went back with a fastball, missed low, 1-1. That's why he's so good. Just as soon as the broadcaster finally figures out his pattern, changes it up.
Well, I was going to say, if the broadcasters figured it out, you got to think the players have figured it out.
Long before him. That time he came with an off-speed pitch, and it was cut out and missed. 1-2. It looks like it's been the changeup predominantly for McDonald, even with righty on righty, that he has used to success. 1-2. Forthcoming, runner goes, low it away, throw down to second. It sails into center field on a hop, but Irvin stops at second base. He records the stolen base, and it's 2-2 to Crutcher.
Chris Irvin's a big guy, 5'10", 230, but he got a really good jump off of first base there, and not the best of throws from Chris Power.
Didn't look like he had a good grip either. Maybe a little bit of a double clutch by Power.
Almost looked like it came out of the palm of his hand.
Chop foul by Crutcher. It stays 2-2. Other thing, you got to give it to Greg Grawl. That's a pretty aggressive base running maneuver, putting a man in motion, down 5-0.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we are only in the second inning, so it's fine for him to play around with his base runners. But when you look at the specs for Irvin, 5'10", 230, you don't really think of him right off the bat as a base stealer.
The 2-2 delivery on the way. Changeup gets him swinging. Austin Crutcher goes down on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Chris McDonald.
Number 1, Carlos Gonzalez.
And now Carlos Gonzalez.
Gonzalez looking to put the ball in play for the first time this year. Had 0 for 4 on Monday, 4 strikeouts, all on off-speed pitches. And we'll see if if McDonald comes back with his good changeup to Gonzalez.
The old golden sombrero. Low, blocked by Power, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second, 2 outs. Unicorns trying to get on the board. And a breaking ball low to Gonzalez. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Mark Wagner coaches third base for the Unicorns. The 2-0 pitch to Gonzalez. Fastball high. And a 3-0 count to the Unicorn shortstop.
Looks like Gonzalez is being a little more patient today, letting the ball come to him rather than chasing something out of the zone, working this 3-0 count.
And taking right down the middle with a fastball. Bottom of the second inning, 5-0 Diamond Hoppers. In the third ever game at Jimmy John's Field. The 3-1 delivery plateward off the fists. backhanded by the shortstop deep into the outfield grass. Wild throw. McMillan tried the swipe tag, and the runner gets around it. Ball was off the thin part of the bat, and kind of a lofting line drive that Castro backhanded deep in the outfield grass at shortstop. Had the long throw, and it came up the home plate side of first base. McMillan caught it, swiped the tag, but it was too late to get Gonzalez, who reaches on a hit.
Yeah, that throw off the mark, and it looked like McMillan might have gotten him on the tag. But an accurate throw, I think, there would have gotten Gonzalez, as Castro made a good play gathering himself, getting to that ball. Just not the greatest of throws.
Low and in, 1 ball, no strikes.
Looks like they awarded a hit to Carlos Gonzalez there.
One out of the catcher. Change up called a strike, 1-1. McKenna was 0 for 2 on Monday, but was hit by a pitch and did walk. One. Called a strike on a fastball at the knees, 1-2. Now to set the 1-2 pitch. Low for a ball.
McKenna wanted to swing at that off-speed pitch down in the zone. Able to hold up.
Now the 2-2 stays alive, fouls it back. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 5-0 East Side. Runners at the corners. Unicorns trying to score for the first time in this one. Pitch to the plate. Off-speed pitch, flied in the air to left, straight away. Ortel is under it and has it for out number 3. Couple singles, but no damage for Chris McDonald, who works out of a jam in the second. We go to the third, 5-0 Diamond Hoppers.
All right, everybody, it is time for the Scott Spreader race. Let's meet our contestants tonight. Mike from Clinton Township as the green spreader. Brandon from Macomb Township as the black spreader. They'll race to the mascots, high-five them, and race back. First across the finish line is our champion. You ready, fellas? Ready, set, go. Oh, come on now. Mike totally cheated. Totally cheated. Mike's in the lead. Oh, he lost control for a second. Come on, Brandon, get him. Mike is our winner, despite being a big cheater. But that is our Scott Spreader race. Give him a hand, everybody.
May I have your attention, please? Now pitching for the Utica Unicorns, number 19, Luke McCaddy.
Pitching change as we go to the top half of the third inning. Cassidy Gaines done after 2 innings and gives way to Luke McCaddy will take over on the mound.
McCaddy played his ball at Oakland University, just very close to Utica, from Oxford, Michigan, 6'3", 200 pounds, big kid. His brother actually is one of the coaches on the Unicorns.
And his dad was a big league pitcher and pitching coach. So the bloodline's very strong for the McCaddy family. So McCaddy takes over for Cassidy Gaines, 5 runs in 2 innings. For Gaines, 5 hits, all runs earned. Walked 3, struck out 3, a wild pitch. 54 pitches, half were strikes. So a little bit of a control problems for Gaines, and to the Diamond Hoppers' credit, they took advantage.
Yeah, not the best of outings from Gaines, but it wasn't like he was serving up batting practice. The base hits just found the holes, a lot of flares into the outfield, but it all started with that control problem that we saw in the first inning with him.
McCaddy delivers high, 2-0 to Delgado. And a wild throw from the home plate umpire, who threw the ball back to the mound himself.
And that's the worst thing as an umpire to do, is you just want to keep that mask on after you have a bad throw back to the mound.
Well, you and I know why we are up here, but now we see why the umpire is in that role and not in a different uniform today. That one's high to Delgado, 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, some of us are endowed with the athletic genes and some of us are not.
Caddy fires the 3-0, and that one is high, ball 4.
Not a great way to start McCaddy's USPBL debut, walking the leadoff hitter. Delgado has now walked in back-to-back innings.
Delgado has seen 8 pitches to get those 2 walks.
Definitely helps the on-base percentage there.
Kyle Carter, a strikeout victim in his USPBL debut in the second. Shows bunt here, pulls back, and takes a strike on the outside corner. Paul Nochi going through the signs in the third base coach's box, hanging on to a stopwatch as well to time the delivery from McCaddy, who delivers low to Carter, 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun's starting to set a little bit here in downtown Utica. The lights are on, but have not yet taken full effect. The 1-1 delivery to Carter misses outside, 2-1.
And it looked like McCaddy wanted that one on the outer corner of home plate, and the strike zone not as wide as it was last night. McCaddy now 6 of his 7 throws have missed the strike zone.
And another one. This one high and wide. 3 balls and a strike to Carter.
And I'd like to see Brian McKenna go out there and settle McCaddy down just fresh out of the bullpen. Not great control to start, and as we see, Carlos Gonzalez will try to settle McCaddy down, but that's a good move. Regroup, able to take the signs from McKenna and throw a quality pitch in this 3-1 count to Kyle Carter.
Hitter's count for the left-handed batter. And that one nowhere near, ball 4. With back-to-back walks, we may see a McCaddy mound visit.
22 catcher Chris Powell.
Five walks now for Unicorns pitching, only 2+ innings into the game.
8-hole hitter Chris Power, the catcher, steps in. And McCaddy, 9 pitches, 1 strike so far. Nobody out, first and second. Power takes, called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. When he takes a pitch, it's kind of unique. He's kind of jumpy as he takes one. Here's the 0-1. That one's lined hard back up the middle. Solid base hit for Power. Rounding third, hitting the plate is Delgado. The throw won't be made from Harrell. And it's a single for Chris Power, making it 6-0.
McCaddy with an athletic play to even get out of the way of that laser shot to center field. And here we see the grass again playing a role in today's game. Every day they shave it down just a little more because it is brand new grass, but the center fielder, Harrell, had the ball absolutely die on him, which is probably why we did not see a throw or a relay home.
Luke McCaddy with a visit now from his pitching coach. He may be surprised that he actually gives him pitching advice rather than a wedgie, which is probably what happened most of the time when they came in close proximity growing up. I don't actually know the McCaddy family dynamic, but I still am a big brother, and the wedgie was always my favorite move for little bro. Cam Stewart bats first and second. Still nobody out. Takes a called strike down the middle, 0-1.
And this is an important out for McCaddy to get, not because to regain his confidence so much as Luke Ortel is in the on-deck circle, and that's the top of the lineup. Ortel already singling in today's contest.
Low and in, 1-1 to Stewart. 6-0. Diamond Hoppers lead. They have scored in every inning so far, including 4 in the second. 1 across in the first, and now the third. Still nobody out. The 1-1 is low, blocked by McKenna. 2-1. Getting after the ball game. Post-game fireworks will illuminate the downtown Utica sky.
Hence the late start on Friday nights to ensure darkness for the fireworks.
Yeah, that's a good move, I'll tell you why. The 2-1 first. Stewart grounds that ball, third base side foul. And especially in the middle of the summer when the days are even longer, especially in Michigan. I've been in ballparks with traditional Friday 7 o'clock start time and they do fireworks. And you get a 2-hour, 10-minute nice pitcher's duel going, which is great. Game moves along nice and quickly. And then the game ends and you got to stall for an hour before the fireworks. 2-2 to Stewart is high, 3-2.
Puts the pressure on the event staff to entertain the fans until darkness, so definitely a good move for Friday nights.
The worst delay tactic I've seen was in Grand Rapids, the West Michigan Whitecaps. They did they would have the whole stadium do the dinosaur dance. And I don't know what the connection is. They don't have a dinosaur mascot. That one's on the outside corner. Stewart caught looking on a fastball, painting the outside black. First out of the third.
Stewart tried to sway the umpire's opinion there by sprinting almost to first base. Umpire not buying it there.
But you remember that? It was like an 80s song, open the door, get on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. And they had the whole ballpark doing it, and I mean, they must have been doing it because you can repeat the line like for 20 minutes straight, and that's their thing on a fireworks day. When it ends early, they just get everybody to dance that dance. Ground ball, first base side, knocked down by Blonder, has no play. Everybody's safe. Blonder about a step towards the first base line. Got a glove on it, knocked it down, but it went a little bit behind him and had no play at first base. Ortel's safe, Carter to third, Power to second.
Yeah, and that was just not a very good play by Blonder. A variety of miscues. First, misplaying the ball, and then it looked like he could regain himself in time for McCaddy to cover the bag, but again misplayed it. So not the best of plays from the Unicorns' first baseman, and the bases are now loaded for Ricky Castro.
Castro doubled down the left field line. Corner infielders in, middle infielders back with one out. Diamond Hoppers already leading 6-0. Misses the outside corner, 1 ball, no strikes. Scored an error on Blonder, the first baseman.
And it seems like it might be one of those nights for Unicorns pitching.
First, that one high, 2-0.
Outs might be coming at a premium here. 6 runs and only 7 outs recorded for the Utica squad.
Luke McCaddy sets and fires the 2-0. High, 3-0. And nowhere to put him with the bases loaded.
Looks like we have some activity in the home team bullpen. A righty throwing.
They're well rested. They have not played since Monday.
Greg Grawl probably has most of the
3-0's
staff
high ball
available.
forward. Walk brings in the 7th run of the game. 4-pitch walk to Castro. Carter scores, Power to third.
And that's probably the easiest RBI Castro has recorded in his professional baseball career.
Greg Grawl to the mound, and this will be another pitching change for the Utica Unicorns. Call to the bullpen by Greg Grawl. A new right-hander emerges from the left field pin. We'll tell you about the new Utica right-hander in just a moment.
Attention please, now pitching for the Unicorns, number 35, Thomas Gill.
Tough situation here out of the bullpen for Thomas Gill. The right-hander checks in with the bases loaded, 1 out. The number 3 hole hitter, Alex Santana, coming to the plate. And the Eastside Diamond Hoppers already leading 7-0.
Thomas Gill played some college ball at Virginia Commonwealth in 2014, 2015. The numbers that stick out to me about Thomas Gill is he only allowed 1 home run in his career at VCU. That's 81 plus innings. Only 1 home run that left or 1 ball that left the park. So definitely keeps the ball down and is very effective.
Another number you gotta like when scouting pitchers. 6'5", another tall one for the Unicorns. Got my first chance just to watch him during that warm-up. He's got kind of a, when he works from the wind, he's going to work from the stretch in this one, he kind of straightens up his right leg prior to delivery. When he lifts it up, he doesn't bend it quite as much. This pitch is a called strike inside corner to Alex Santana. Actually, he starts it bent as he comes up with that left foot and then straightens it out to where it's basically kind of at a 45-degree angle.
reminds me a little bit of Bronson Arroyo with that awkward delivery. The cuckoo bird, I believe they used to call him, but that was a really nice breaking ball we just saw from Gill.
Yeah, he's had a couple good pitches to start out Santana. An inside fastball strike and then a breaking ball strike. And now the 0-2, outside corner fastball strike, and Santana caught looking.
And that's how you start a bullpen outing. I mean, just 1, 2, 3, 2 fastballs and an off-speed pitch, and it looked like that velocity differential between the fastball and the off-speed was pretty good.
Now a chance to get out of the jam if he can get Tom Nagy. Bases are still loaded, but now 2 outs. Nagy has walked and singled today. Bases are full of diamond hoppers. Nagy takes low and in. Seven runs, 6 hits, no errors for Eastside. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Utica. The 1-0 delivery. Low and blocked by the catcher McKenna. 2 balls, no strikes. Power the runner at third, Ortel at second, Castro at first. Two and 0 to the uber patient Tom Nagy. Cuts and misses at a high fastball. Might have been ball 3. Instead, the count's 2-1. He had another lengthy at bat in the first inning. 5-pitch at bat, but actually swung at the first pitch for his single in the second. 2-1 delivery, bounces in. 3-1 to Nagy.
Top 4 hitters in the Diamond Hoppers lineup now have had 3 plate appearances in as many innings. Not a strong early performance from Unicorns pitching.
Gill trying to get out of a jam, but he's behind 3-1. Nagy fouls this one back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And put a quarter in the merry-go-round. All 3 runners will be moving on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gill sets, fires, swing, and a miss, strike 3. And a couple of strikeouts out of the bullpen for Thomas Gill. Erases a bases-loaded 1-out jam that he inherited. But the Diamond Hoppers scored 2 more times, despite stranding the bases loaded. And through 2.5 innings, Eastside Diamond Hoppers lead 7-0.
May the force be with you tomorrow night here at Jimmy John's Field. Meet some of your favorite Star Wars characters as the Unicorns battle the Beavers at 7:25 p.m. And you can join in by dressing up too and could win a pie prize pack, one every inning. And as our good friend Chewbacca would say, now batting.
Bottom of the 3rd inning from Jimmy John's Field. And a 7-0 lead for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Utica will send 9-1-2 in the order up against right-hander Chris McDonald. Zach Blonder, the first baseman, will begin things. 2 hits in his debut Monday, and he takes a look at an off-speed pitch strike, 0-1. Working quickly, McDonald fires the 0-1. Outside corner at the knees, good fastball, well placed, 0-2. Now the kick, the 0-2 delivery, low and away.
What a nasty hop there on Power. Hard fastball, Power not able to block it and took a crazy skip up into the netting.
1-2 to the first baseman, Blonder. Atlanta native, went to Maryville College. The 1-2 to Blonder. A little bit high. 2-2. Looked like McDonald came a little bit more sidearm. Kind of more of a 3/4 look. Next pitch is low and away.
Blonder trying to redeem himself after that error in the top half of the inning. Very unlike him. He was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year for Maryville College.
3-2. Called a ball, and Blonder draws the walk. First walk issued by McDonald.
Fielder number 25.
Looked like it might have been a little high as it caught a good majority of the plate. First walk of the game for McDonald.
So Blonder at first, none out, top of the order, and Blake Harrell takes a look at one outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch bunted, back behind the plate, foul.
Runner was on the move there, and with the top of the lineup, Harrell has some speed. Allows Greg Grawl to put some runners in motion, get a little creative here, down 7.
One and one. Long pause, the pitch, change up away.
And it seems like McDonald really likes pushing the pace of play when there's no one on base. Takes his time with runners on, though, ensuring he gets the correct sign from his battery mate, checking the runners as well.
That one's bunted foul, and the count is now 2-2 to Blake Harrell. Now the pitch home, swing and a miss, strike 3. Harrell fans, 4 strikeouts
Number 10, Bam Bam
for
Young.
Chris McDonald. And now Brad Young, the batter.
Brad,
That's him as Bam Bam, is that
yes.
Flintstones reference?
Trying to talk to him before the game, I said, Brad, and he turned around and he said, "Are you trying to talk to me?" And everyone calls him Bam Bam. That's his nickname. That's his go-to. Hence the new PA introduction.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Baseball nicknames are always funny. Some guys have nicknames, and then some guys have nicknames that are so strong they end up on their baseball card, that it's so much a part of who they are. Called strike on a breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Remember in the 80s, Dennis Boyd was a star pitcher, but he was so associated with his nickname that on his baseball cards, everybody called him Oil Can. Ground ball to shortstop. Castro to Stewart for 1, on to first. It's a double play. Bam Bam grounds into a 6-4-3 double play through 3 innings at Jimmy John's Field. Eastside Diamond Hoppers 7, Utica Unicorns 0.
All right, everybody, it's Matt Terry. We're out here in left field, and coming out in a minute, it is the classic race between the donut, the bagel, and the coffee, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Racing for section 103, row 11, Dashing Donut. Representing section 105, row 3, Biggie Bagel. And finally, racing for 107, row 6, the early favorite, Cuppy Coffee. Here they come, everybody. Oh, the Donuts is in the lead, looking good. It is National Donut Day, and yes, the Donut has won. Congratulations to Dashing Donut, section 105, row 3. You'll be getting a Dunkin' Donut coupon from Crew 59. We're celebrating National Donut Day here at Jimmy John's Field, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott's is proud to be the official sponsor of the USPBL Grounds Crew.
Top half of the fourth inning. So far, it has been all Eastside Diamond Hoppers. They have leapt their way to a 7-0 lead over the Utica Unicorns. And here to bring us through the fourth, fifth, and sixth innings is Kevin Klein.
Jamie McMillan set for his third at-bat of the day here in the top of the fourth inning. Struck out, also had a fielder's choice in the second. Takes a pitch outside there from Thomas Gill, who remains in the game. Came in last inning to clean up McCaddy's mess. Struck out Alex Santana and Tom Nagy to end that frame. Ball skips in there, 2-0 now on McMillan. McMillan, one of 3 Diamond Hoppers who have not scored so far today. The other 2 being Santana and Nagy, the 3, 4, 5 hitters. The other 6 Hoppers have scored at least once. Swing and a miss there, 2-1. Alex Delgado, who is in the on-deck circle, scoring twice, walking twice as well. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner there. 2-2 now on McMillan. The Diamond Hoppers first baseman. Three for 5 in the opener last night. Gill's delivery is up high at the belt. Run the count full now on McMillan. Gill's pitch, swing and a miss. McMillan down on strikes, not happy about it either. Knows he could have hit that outside fastball.
Alex Delgado.
One down here in the top of the fourth.
Well, so far so good for Thomas Gill. Not only has he come on and struck out all 3 he has faced, he did so coming on with the bases loaded and 1 out. And he did so on those 3 strikeouts on the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the order.
Ball inside there on Delgado. Has not recorded an at-bat today. Third plate appearance, though, and you're absolutely right, and it might be something to do with that unorthodox delivery that Gill features. Strike one, inner third of the plate. Outstretches that left leg right before he delivers the pitch. Off-speed pitch way up high. McKenna had to do a quick hop.
Kind of looked back at the mound as if there was maybe an issue on the landing spot.
And we see now Gill is cleaning up that landing spot right there, and we'll also grab the rosin bag and regroup. But Gill's delivery, a high overhead windup. A lot of moving parts for sure. 2-1 pitch to Delgado, ball low and outside, 3-1 on Delgado, looking to walk for the third consecutive inning.
Well, he's finally seen his first strike of the game. The first 2 walks were 4 pitch walks.
3-1 pitch, called a strike, hard fastball. Full count now on Alex Delgado, playing third base today for Paul Noce. 3-2 pitch. Just got a piece of that. And there we see that hard ricochet from the brick backstop. Very short backstop, only 30 feet from home plate to that brick. Count remains 3-2 here, though. Gill winds, delivers, swing and a miss. And actually it looks like Delgado got a piece of it. Home plate umpire will walk out to Gill, deliver a new game ball. 3-2 count now, turning into a pretty good at-bat for Delgado. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Gill gets the signs. And that one's looped into right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. Alex Delgado on base for the 3rd consecutive inning. First time via the single. And Kyle Carter will step to the plate to DH today.
Number 19, Kyle Carter.
First hit of the game allowed by Gill.
You know, you watch Delgado in batting practice, and he's a guy who, in BP, doesn't show a lot of bat speed, but it's not really what he's trying to do. He's really trying to work on his mechanics in BP.
Ground ball there to Young. Young tosses over to Gonzalez, who bobbles the ball. Field umpire will signal that Delgado is indeed out at second base, that the bobble came on the transfer rather than the actual catch. It looked like it would have been a tough turn for 2 with given Carter's speed. But the Unicorns get 1 there.
Yeah, ball died a little bit in the grass. Young went a little bit towards the first base side as well. So all those factors, I think, would have been a tough double play.
Chris Power now takes a ball way outside. Chris Power doing the catching duties today. Really good eye at the plate. That one sliced down the right field line, slicing, foul.
Bid for extra bases there by Power on kind of an inside-out swing.
That would have no doubt been an easy double. With Carter's speed, probably would have scored on that, but just too much slice on that ball. 1-1 now, even count on Chris Power. Gill's pitch, off-speed pitch, just misses. 2-1 now. Power, a 6'1", 210-pound catcher from Lumberton, North Carolina. That pitch inside, 3-1. Good hitters count here for the number 8 hitter. Gill's delivery, and that's low. That'll be Gill's first walk of the ball game. Put runners on first and second now. Carter advances to second.
Now batting second baseman number 2, Cameron Stewart.
Two outs here, top of the 4th inning. Diamond Hoppers up 7-0. Gill sets, checks Carter over at second base, delivers, and that's deep into left field, way back, and that one is gone. An absolute bomb from Cam Stewart. 3-run home run.
And Diamond Hopper Digger clears the pond. A 3-run homer for Cameron.
Well, how about that type of power that the Diamond Hoppers have from the bottom of the order? The 9-hole hitter, Cam Stewart, got a hold of it. Put a charge in it out of the ballpark to left field. And look, Kevin, this is very early in the season, and a lot can happen. Roster moves can be made. Different things can happen. Guys can go on streaks. Guys can go on slumps. But early on, this Diamond Hopper team is certainly the team to beat in the USPBL.
Foul ball there. Luke Ortel up for the 4th time. And we're only in the 4th inning.
And it's not just, sometimes over the course of a baseball game, things happen and a team will look good, over the course of, one game doesn't really say what an entire season is going to be. We've seen the Diamond Hoppers for a game and a half, but they look up and down the lineup and like they've got some real mashers in the lineup, guys that take a very professional approaches at the plate, and some guys that really have some pop in their bats. Plus, their pitching has looked solid as well.
And that one's into right field. That could be trouble. Ortel with a single, stretching it into a double. And it looked like Crutcher was unable to play the bounce there, which allowed Ortel to easily motor into second base.
Yeah, it could be a double, could be a... Yeah, they do put an error on the board, so a single and an E9.
Ricky Castro.
That'll allow Ortel to take that extra base as Crutcher had it go off of his glove to give to Ortel a extra base.
And what a day for Ortel. We're only in the 4th inning. Has reached base 3 times, 2 via the base hit, 1 on a Zach Blonder error, and also in his other at-bat had an RBI ground out. Ricky Castro now batting from the left side. Ortel on second base takes a strike on the inner third of the plate. But Brad, as you mentioned, I mean, the offense from the Diamond Hoppers has been incredible so far. And that's bounced to Gonzalez, who gobbles it off, tosses over to Blonder in time. And that'll end the top of the 4th inning, but not before Cam Stewart has a 3-run home run. Diamond Hoppers up 10 going to the bottom of the 4th.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce to you Jimmy John Field Ultimate DJ, Notorious PUG. Let's see your moves on the dance stand. Come on, folks, let's get up and shake the groove on. Make like Lancelot and shake your tail feathers, fans. Let's get up and dance. Great job, fans. Jimmy John's Field is getting all rolling.
Welcome back here inside Jimmy John's Field. Bottom of the fourth inning here. Diamond Hoppers up 10-0. The home team, the Utica Unicorns, having some work to do. It'll be the 3-4-5 hitters, Chris Cruz, Jay Karp, and Chris Irvin for the Unicorns. Cruz struck out in his first at-bat back in the first inning. Chris McDonald will remain in the game as the pitcher. 3 strong innings so far, only 2 hits allowed plus a walk, 4 strikeouts. Chris Cruz takes a strike right down the middle.
You got to like McDonald's approach in this game and what he's done, changing speeds throughout.
And that one is fouled away. 0-2 now.
The thing McDonald does too so well, when he throws that changeup, he does a great job of masking it and throwing it with the same arm speed and not giving it away.
0-2 pitch outside. He does have a unique delivery, hides the ball until just the very last second before he releases it. Working quickly here in the fourth. Swing, foul back to the netting. 1-2 on Chris Cruz. Cruz still looking for his first hit in USPBL play. Another foul back to the screen.
Should be pointed out again, another great crowd for this one. Not many empty seats.
1-2 pitch, off-speed pitch, another foul back to the screen. Chris Cruz working a pretty good at-bat, spoiling some good pitches, but absolutely, Brad, the berm is filled. The picnic areas are crowded as well, and the grandstands are packed. 1-2 pitch again outside. 2-2 now. Chris Cruz able to even up the count. McDonald's delivery is up high. Count is full. McDonald again working quickly. 3-2 pitch popped up. Who wants it? It looks like it'll be the third baseman, Delgado. He makes the catch just in fair territory, and Chris Cruz is retired.
You know, I took a little walk around the ballpark before the game just to kind of get a sense of what it's like from the fan experience. I wanted to see some of the different angles and what fans have. And, I could not be more impressed with the staff here. And, this is 3 games in. There's still a lot of kinks to be worked out. But you wouldn't know it just by walking through. The lines at concession stands were manageable. They were efficient.
That one bounced to McDonald, who gobbles it up, tosses over to McMillan, and Jay Karp is retired on just 1 pitch. 2 quick outs here. But absolutely, Brad, it's a great establishment, a lot of hard work from a variety of people, and I think if you ask every fan who's attended these first 3 games, they've been very satisfied, very impressed with Jimmy John's Field.
Yeah, it's a great experience. I know, and it's a great environment for everyone. Friday night you're seeing a lot of families out, friends gathering together.
That one's lined into center field. Base hit for Chris Irvin.
The dilemma I think with the league and with the fans is who you with. Are you a hopper? Or are you a unicorn? I think maybe based on the play on the field we've seen their first couple games, I think fans may start buying up a little bit more of the green gear.
We might be seeing an East and West rivalry. There are actually 2 divisions in the United Shore Professional Baseball League. As Austin Crutcher steps to the plate, fouls the first one into Auburn Road, and the east side Diamond Hoppers, along with the Unicorns, are in the East Division. The West Division is manned by the Beavers. But absolutely, it will be interesting to see where the fans' allegiance is. That one outside, even up the count at 1.
I was impressed, too, in walking through. You see some Tigers gear, and you see fans that are wearing just normal everyday clothes. But there are a ton of fans that have already purchased their USPBL gear.
Swing and a miss there on an off-speed pitch, but a lot of purple in the seats tonight. You see a lot of green hats as well. It's great to see that. The fans are into it. They love the team so far, I think, and are excited for the remainder of the season. 1-2 pitch now to Crutcher. Low and away.
Well, you know, and if you've got USPBL gear, you've had it for less than a year, and you know there hasn't been that many opportunities to buy the gear, and just to see how many already have is impressive.
That one up and in, 3-2 now on Crutcher, but the designs of the logos and uniforms are very creative and unique, and I think it gets fans excited. They want to buy the merchandise. They want to support a team in the United Shore Professional Baseball League. 3-2 pitch, payoff pitch, grounded, diving play by Delgado, gets to his feet, tosses over to McMillan, in time! And Austin Crutcher is retired on a fantastic play by Alex Delgado to end the 4th inning.
Ends on a great play. We go now.
10-0 is your score. Diamond Hoppers in front. We head to the 5th.
All right, everybody, 2 words for you on this Friday night. Yes, hula hoop. We got 3 contestants right now. Riley has the green hoop, Carter with the blue, and Elizabeth with the purple. Elizabeth, wave to the crowd. Say hello. Elizabeth, wave to the crowd. Yes. All right, we're going to see the message tonight. You guys ready? Set. Go. Who's our winner? I don't know. I think Carter in the middle. What do you think, Buzz? All right, give it up for Carter. He's our winner tonight in the hula hoop contest. Thanks to Riley and Elizabeth as well. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Now batting for the Diamond Hoppers, center fielder number 21, Alex Santana.
Welcome back here inside Jimmy John's Field. Top of the 5th inning, Diamond Hoppers up 10. Alex Santana set to lead off this inning. Thomas Gill still on the hill. Pretty successful day so far, aside from that 3-run home run last inning to Cam Stewart. Ball 1 in the dirt. Looks like it clipped the home plate umpire. He'll try to walk it off and actually hand deliver the new game ball.
He's had a rough day behind the plate. He's gotten foul tips and nicks throughout the contest.
Brian McKenna also went out to talk to Gill, maybe give an extra few beats to let the home plate umpire recover. 1-0 on Alex Santana, who is currently in his 4th plate appearance of the day. Swing foul back to the screen. 2 RBIs, RBI ground out in the 1st, RBI single in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 3rd. 1 for 3 on the day. Gill winds, and that bender is fouled off. McKenna will go track it down, toss it back to the dugout. Top of the 5th inning, 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Hoppers. Gill's 1-2 pitch, swing and tipped back to the backstop. 0 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Unicorns. Not the best of defensive days or pitching days, for that matter, for Utica. Again with the 1-2 pitch, Gill fires a fastball outside. Gill, the 3rd pitcher of the game for the Unicorns. Cassidy Gaines started off 2 innings, 5 runs. McCaddy then came in for a 1/3 of an inning, gave up a run, and walked the bases loaded. That one's fouled out of play, right side of the field. And Thomas Gill came in the 3rd inning to strike out back-to-back hitters to end the 3rd, and continued on in the 4th, back here for the 5th. Swing, and that one gets the ankle of Alex Santana. That one, not the most comfortable thing to take if you're a batter. Two and 2 count on Santana. Playing center field today, was in left field last night. Ortel and Santana switched outfield duties for tonight's contest. Gill, that one swung on and missed. Skips away from McKenna. Going to be a tough play. And Alex Santana is going to reach on the strikeout wild pitch.
Now batting right fielder, number 25.
And not a lot you can do if you're Brian McKenna. Did not take a nice hop, could not block it, and with the amount of foul territory in Jimmy John's field, a tough play.
And a tough break for Gill. He worked a good at bat to Santana. Santana fouled off some tough pitches and then got him to go fishing on a pitch in the dirt. But they couldn't record the out.
Looks like McCaddy will stroll out and have a conversation with Gill. And that's the thing, it's not the best of events to lead off an inning. You make all the pitches you wanted to, you got the result you wanted to, and just a miscue defensively gets the leadoff runner on, especially how this game has gone. We've seen leadoff walks and errors turn into monster innings for the boys in green. Gill now runner on first base. Tom Nagy, the cleanup hitter, takes ball outside. Nagy 1 for 2 today. One of the 3 hoppers who have not scored. Ball low. Santana at first base, one of the other 3 trying to do so this inning. McMillan, who is on deck, the final hopper who has not scored. Thomas Gill fires. That's high. That'll run the count 3-0 now. Gill has just reached the 55 pitch plateau. 26 strikes, 19 balls for the tall righty. 3-0 pitch on the cleanup hitter for the Hoppers. Takes a strike right down the middle. 3-1 now on Nagy. Nagy, an outfielder, also will play some first base. Big kid, 6'4", 240, out of Fairfield, Connecticut. Ball high there, and just like that, back-to-back runners on for the Hoppers. And
first baseman, number 14, Jamie McMillan.
Looks like more action will result for the Utica bullpen. Second walk of the day for Gill. Also has given up 3 hits. The one that hurt the most was that 3-run home run to Cam Stewart in the top of the 4th inning. McMillan now at the dish. Ball outside.
It's a little bit of a delicate balance for Utica in this one because you want to get guys out. You want to try to work efficiently on the mound, but at the same time, you can't go through too many guys. You got to play tomorrow against the Beavers.
That one's launched into center field, and that'll score another run for the Hoppers. Alex Santana comes around to score. Tom Nagy will stop at second. McMillan will record his first hit of the ball game.
Solid hit there on a drive. Back up the box by McMillan. And another lonely walk to the mound for Greg Grawl. He has had to make this walk too many times in this one, but he is going to make another pitching change.
Yes, indeed, and even right before that pitch, I was thinking it might be the end of the line for Thomas Gill, almost hitting 60 pitches. We have a new pitcher for the Unicorns. We'll tell you more about him when we come back. You're listening to United Shore Professional Baseball League.
Have your attention, please. Now pitching for the Utica Unicorns, number 17, Rich Cavazza.
New pitcher for the Unicorns is lefty Rich Cavazza from Marlboro, New York. Played some college ball at Chestnut Hill, where he majored in elementary education. Also appeared in Chestnut College's first ever playoff win. He's considered a left-handed specialist. Stands 6'2" on the mound, 210 pounds, and would be looking to get out of a jam that Thomas Gill left for him. Runners on first and second base. Jamie McMillan reached on a base hit also, which scored Alex Santana. Tom Nagy walked before him.
Number 10, Alex Delgado.
Alex Santana, of course, led off the inning with a strikeout, however, reached on a wild pitch, and now Cavazza's first batter he will face is the third baseman, Alex Delgado. Cavazza looks in at the signs from McKenna and delivers a first pitch which is high. Thomas Gill went 1 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Also is responsible for the runners on base currently. So his line has some ability to move. Cavazza, I believe, the first left-handed pitcher we have seen in the United Shore Professional Baseball League, and cannot get on the same page as his catcher McKenna, and they'll have a quick conversation at the hill.
Looks like they've got 3 lefties on their staff for Utica. Cavaza, Seth Brenner, who we have not seen, and Duran Elmore, who's going to see some time on the mound and perhaps in the outfield as well.
Cavaza now sets and deals. That one's into right field. Ball is dying on the grass, and Paul Noce decides to hold up Tom Nagy at third base. Austin Crutcher had a long run in right field to go corral that ball, but Paul Noce, up 11 here, does not need to run up the score.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is, because under more competitive circumstances, he sends the runner to the plate, but not wanting to run up the score, and in kind of honor of sportsmanship, holds the runner there, and the base is still loaded with nobody out.
And it's a long season as Kyle Carter takes a called strike, and these teams are gonna see each other often, early and often, and Paul Noce does not want to get off to the wrong start with Greg Rawl. Lefty on lefty here. Cavaza delivers a ball low. Looks like he went with the off-speed pitch right there. 1-1 count on the Diamond Hoppers DH, who has scored 2 runs today, has yet to reach via a base hit. Ball inside 2-1 now on Carter. Struck out in the second inning, walked and scored in the third, and reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth, and then came around to score on that Stewart home run. Cavaza's 2-1 offering almost hit Kyle Carter. Had to duck away from that one. That was up at the neck area of Carter. 3-1 now with no place to put a hopper. Cavaza sets. And that one's bounced to Blonder, who comes home with it. McKenna will have only one play. 2 outs now here in the inning.
Now batting number 22.
But a good play from Zach Blonder to limit the damage.
And nobody was covering first base for McKenna to throw there, and with Cavaza, that would have been a tough play to sprint all the way there to cover and then take a throw from the catcher. You see the pitcher covering on ground balls to the right side, but just receiving a flip. That would have been a really tough coordinated play, and he would have had to cross paths with Blonder there, so he wasn't able to get there in time, and probably for the best.
Ball 1 low to Chris Power. 1 more out to get out of this bases loaded jam. That's a dribbler down the third base line. Tough play. McKenna has no play. And Jamie McMillan will come around to score.
Well, when things are going well for you, you get hits on bullets, and you get hits when you hit the ball 30 feet. That's exactly what Chris Power did right there. Little dribbler. It really went nowhere up the third base line, and it was exactly the perfect spot for it to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And correction, that was only the first out of the inning, so a lot of work for Cavaza to get done. Cavaza now will face the number 9 hitter, Cam Stewart, homered in the last inning. Has a chance to add to that a 4 RBI day so far. That one's popped in to shallow right field. It'll be the second baseman, Young, who drifts under it. And that was actually, the infield fly rule was in effect. With The bases
Now
loaded,
batting left field,
occupied
number
with
44,
less than 2 outs, and
Ortel.
that'll bring up the top of the order. And get this, Luke Ortel is ready for his fifth at bat in just the 5th inning. It's just been that kind of day for the Diamond Hoppers.
And it's been 1 at bat per inning. Hasn't been. Diamond Hoppers have not batted more than 9 in an inning. But every time it's been the leadoff man batting.
9 batters in the 2nd, 8 in the 3rd. Swing and a miss there, high cheese from Cavaza. 7 batters in the 4th, and this Ortel will make 8 in the 5th. 1-1 count on Luke Ortel. Cavaza delivers way outside, 2-1 now on the Diamond Hoppers left fielder. Ortel already 2 for 4 today. Has an RBI, scored a run back in the 1st. Inside on Ortel, and 3-1. Cavaza really doesn't have any place to put another runner. Bases are loaded here. Power on first. Delgado on third. And Carter on second. That one on the outer third of the plate caught the corner. Luke Ortel might have thought it was a ball, but the payoff pitch will be coming from Cavaza. Cavaza's delivery swung on, flared into left field. Popped to the third baseman, Chris Irvin, and the inning is over, but not before the Diamond Hoppers add to their lead. You are listening to the United Shore Professional Baseball League Baseball YouTube channel.
Buzz and Ribby as they have a blast at Henry Ford Macomb Mid-States Playgrounds Kids Zone. Citizens of Jimmy John's Field, are you ready for Superhero Sunday? This Sunday, meet and greet some of your favorite superheroes. We will have a dress-up raffle, so come dressed like the superhero we know that you are at heart. Game starts at 2 p.m.
Bottom third of the order due up for the Unicorns here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-0 is your score. Chris McDonald back to work.
Now batting shortstop.
Carlos Gonzalez takes a strike down the middle. Gonzalez reached on a base hit, infield single. Ball outside. McDonald has that one broken bat McDonald fields a grounder over to McMillan and retires Gonzalez, but scary play there as that bat completely shattered, drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd.
13, Brian McKenna.
But that's why there's that protective netting that stretches across the majority of the grandstand here at Jimmy John's Field. One quick out from McDonald. Has only thrown 65 pitches, very efficient so far. Brian McKenna, the catcher, will step into the righty batter's box. Take a ball inside. McKenna from New York City. Played some ball at Post University. Takes a strike there, off-speed pitch from McDonald. Has always been known for a good defensive catcher, but sometimes the offense escapes him as he fouls one over to the Hopper dugout. 1-2 hole here for McKenna. McDonald fires, ball low. Run the count even, 2-2. One out here, bottom of the fifth inning. 12-0, Diamond Hoppers up. And that's strike three. Brian McKenna caught looking. McDonald used the breaking ball to catch McKenna.
Well, you get, as a hitter on either team, you've got to recognize it's the game situation, and there are different strike zones in a 0-0 game and a 12-0 game. So offensive players better come up swinging.
The corners might be extended a little bit as we see a first pitch strike to the number 9 hitter, Zach Blonder. But you're absolutely right, home plate umpire will be extending that. That's a dribbler down the first base line, danced with the foul line.
I know this may come as a shock to some people, but umpires are human, and they understand that it's a 12-0 game, and it's time to get things moving a little bit.
0-2 pitch here, low.
Umpiring crew may take a shower after the game, go hit one of the downtown Utica hot spots.
Plenty of fun places to grab a bite to eat. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? No. Blonder able to hold up there. 2-2 now on the Unicorn first baseman. Utica held to just 3 hits. That one's low. 3-2 now. Payoff pitch coming as the Jimmy John's Field crowd starts the wave here in the bottom of the 5th. McDonald fires, ball low and outside. Blonder earns a walk.
Now batting center fielder number 25, Blake Harrell.
McDonald, a pretty successful day so far. That's only the 5th base runner he's allowed to go along with 5 strikeouts and 4 2/3 innings pitched. I'll turn it over to the top of the order. Blake Harrell struck out in his first 2 at-bats. McDonald fires a ball outside. Another ball outside. That was a fastball. First pitch was an off-speed pitch. 2-0 now on Blake Harrell. Blake Harrell playing center field for the 2nd consecutive game. Known for his speed. Another ball outside, 3-0. From Starkville, Mississippi. Played his college ball at Mississippi State University, and now there'll be a quick chat between Chris McDonald and his catcher, Chris Power. Runner at first base, bottom of the 5th inning. Diamond Hoppers with a commanding 12-run lead have done that using 12 base hits. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Three-one pitch again in there for a strike. Blake Harrell not happy with the previous 2 pitches, but as we mentioned before, the strike zone may be expanding just a hair as we move into the later innings. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Harrell down on strikes. And the 5th inning has concluded. 12-0 your score. Eastside with a commanding lead. You are listening to USPBL Baseball on the USPBL YouTube channel.
Happy 10th birthday, David Gold. Happy birthday, Beth Cameron. Kathy Kelly, celebrating her birthday today. Happy 40th, Chris. Happy birthday, Anderson Cooper. And happy birthday, Jamie Phelps. We also want to welcome all of our VIP partners and guests.
Cavazza all set with his warm-up pitches. He will be on the hill for his 2nd inning of work. Ricky Castro set to lead off the 6th inning for the Hoppers, who have a 12-0 lead, have done so using 12 hits. We saw at the half-inning break Paul Nochi talking with home plate umpire. Possibly some changes coming, some pinch hitters. Cavazza's first pitch of the 6th is high and outside, and
Alex Santana's not in the on-deck circle. I believe that's Joey Fiorino, who we saw in the outfield at the end of yesterday's game.
Strike 1 there to Castro, and this is a great opportunity, not the outcome the Unicorns wanted, but a great opportunity for both sides to play around and give some guys some reps and see what they have to offer the club for the remainder of the season. Ball high there to Castro, who is now hitting from the right side for the first time today. First time he has faced a lefty pitcher this year. Two-one pitch just inside 3-1 now. Cavazza came on in relief of Thomas Gill last inning. Has thrown 20 pitches, 12 of them, have missed the strike zone. 3-1 pitch here. That one's lined in right or center field, and that'll be a base hit for Ricky Castro. the 13th of the day for
Now
East
batting
Side.
for the Diamond Hoppers, number 1, Joe Fiorino.
Alex Santana's day is over. Joe Fiorino will take over as a pinch hitter. Fiorino, the 6 foot, 185 pound outfielder from Glen Cove, New York. Played some college ball from 2012 to 2015 at Briar Cliff College. Offers a lot of speed to the Diamond Hoppers. Cavazza's pitch just nick high. In his 4-year college career, actually had 95 stolen bases, only caught 4 times. So definitely knows how to read pitchers as we have a pickoff throw. Checking over on Castro on first base, who reached via the base hit, but Fiorino offering great speed and precision on the base paths. 1-0 pitch higher than the first, 2-0 now on Fiorino. Despite the current blowout, the crowd is sticking strong, enjoying their Friday night at Jimmy John's Field. Cavazza swing and a miss there from Fiorino. Fastball just a little high, but Fiorino offered. 2-1 now on the Diamond Hoppers pinch hitter. Cavazza's 2-1 offering. Again cut on and missed. Run the count even, 2-2 here. Top of the 6th inning. Diamond Hoppers 12-0 on top of the Unicorns. Cavazza now 2-2 pitch. Checks over to the runner on first base. That curveball skips away from McKenna, and that'll allow Ricky Castro to take an extra 90. And in doing so has also pushed the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Santana, his day is done. 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, also scored a run back in the 2nd inning. Cavazza set, steals, 3-2 pitch. Swung on, again a broken bat. The ball is clearly foul, but the bat landed in fair territory, almost hit third baseman Chris Irvin. Another scary moment.
You know, you saw the change in Major League Baseball within the last few years of going to the sturdier bats because there was an epidemic of bats breaking, and I don't know if there are restrictions on the types of bats used in this league, but we have seen, particularly in this game, a lot of broken bats. The good news for the protection of the fans, the netting prevents any bat from going into the stands. Be a near impossibility for that to happen.
Swung on into left field. Another base hit for Eastside, and runners at the corners here in the top of the 6th inning.
I mean, it's crazy. Eastside's, they're getting laser hits on balls well hit, and then when they're not hitting the ball, it's blooping in. That was not a well hit ball. We saw the 30-foot swinging bunt by Power, and just everything is working well right now for this team.
And aside from that 3-run homer from Cam Stewart in the 4th, it's basically been station-to-station baseball, not a lot of 2-run doubles or 2-run triples or bases clearing triples. It's been base hits, walks, just moving runners 90 feet at a time, and it's worked today for Eastside. Cavazza still in there. Ball high on Tom Nagy. Nagy 2 walks today, also a base hit. Struck out in the third as well. Facing the lefty Cavazza. And that one's into left field. That might be over the head of Chris Cruz, and it is. 1 run will score. Fiorino is held up at third base, and Tom Nagy in there with the double.
A rope to left, nearly caught by Cruz, who leapt up to try to make the play, but could not handle it. And we're going to get another pinch hitter here. It looks like it'll be Bynum, Andrew Bynum, who will pinch hit for McMillan.
And it looks like we might have some more activity in the Utica bullpen as well. It looks like there are some stirs. No one throwing currently, though. Andrew Bynum from Huntington Beach, California, takes a strike there. Listed as a utility player, a lot of versatility on the defensive side of the ball. Played some college ball at UC Irvine in 2010 and 11, and takes another ball there, and then went to Orange Coast College in 2012 and finished up his college career at Valparaiso. He was actually the first member of his family to attend a 4-year university and get that bachelor's degree. 1-1 count on Bynum, and that's into center field. But Harrell is there under it. Tagging is Fiorino, as Nagy will try to get into third as well, but he is tagged out. And that'll be a great defensive play there. A great defensive throw from Blake Harrell.
Not what Paul Noce wanted. We talked about it. He's been holding runners at third. This is with that run scoring, a 14-0 game. He doesn't want his runners to try to take the extra base. And I think he had a little conversation there with Tom Nagy, saying that's not an appropriate play to try to tag and take an extra base in a 13-0 game at the time.
Another base hit into center field. That one off the bat of Alex Delgado. Blooper falls in front of Blake Harrell, but you're absolutely right, and that might be a conversation that Nagy and Paul Noce have after the game, and just understanding the situation on the baseball diamond.
Delgado now has been on base all 5 times to the plate.
Walk, walk, single, single, single. That is quite the day for the Hoppers third baseman, and that ball skips away from McKenna, and looks like Greg Rawl will just stick with Cavazza in this situation. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th inning.
And that's right there what Paul Noce wants in this kind of game. That ball was in the dirt, shot far enough away from McKenna that Delgado could have easily advanced, but Delgado didn't take that extra base in that situation.
Kyle Carter up the bat for his 5th plate appearance, and we'll take that 1-0 pitch for a strike. Fly it into center field, not deep. Blake Harrell under it will make the catch and retire the side for the top of the 6th inning, but the Diamond Hoppers put up a pair, now have extended their lead to 14-0. Bottom of the 6th coming up. You are listening to the United Shore Professional Baseball League YouTube channel.
Roll like a hamster in a ball. Well, Kristen and Shelby Township is in the red human hamster ball. Jamie from Shelby is in the blue ball. They're going to do it. You're going to watch them race right now. All right, ladies, you ready? All right, let's make some noise for Jamie and Kristen. On your mark, get set, go! It's human hamster balls, and here they go. Jamie is in the lead. Buzz is down. Get up, Buzz. You're in the way. Jamie from Shelby Township is our winner. Give it up for Jamie. Oh, look out, Buzz. Oh, man, that's awesome. The human hamster race, folks. Hope you're having a blast. Thank you, Buzz.
Hey fans, stick around after the game. Kids get to run the bases after every game.
Bottom of the 6th inning here. A lot of changes defensively for the Diamond Hoppers.
Fans tonight after the game.
Fiorino will stay in the game and play center field. Andrew Bynum at the hot corner now. Alex Delgado moved from third over to first, and also a new pitcher, Chris McDonald's day is done. He went 5 innings, giving up no runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks. New pitcher is Austin Serwick, the 5'9", 185-pounder from Muscatine, Iowa.
Now batting second base, the number 10, Bam Bam Young.
And Brad Young, Bam Bam as they call him, will step to the dish to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Lines one into the screen for strike 1. Serwick, 2014 and 15 honorable mention for the Midwest Collegiate Conference. Played some college ball with Mount Mercy from 2011 to 2015. Delivers an 0-1 ball. Even the count at 1.
Chris McDonald in line for the win. 5 shutout innings in his debut. 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks.
Ground ball foul there down the first base line.
Looks like 81 pitches, 48 strikes for McDonald as well. So very solid outing.
A successful day for sure. And gives way here to Serwick in the 6th. 1-2 pitch, the old 56-footer. Fastball that went straight into the dirt right in front of home plate. Utica held to just 3 hits here so far. No runs, have also committed 3 errors, 14 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Diamond Hoppers in an absolute thumping so far. 2-2 pitch in there, strike 3, Bam Bam down on strikes to lead off the 6th.
He argued it with the home plate umpire, but that looked like a pretty good pitch on the inside corner.
Looked like Serwick might have taken something off, and given the circumstances, the hitters need to know that they need to be swinging. Chris Cruz now will step up to the plate as Chris Power directs his fielders. Cruz struck out in the first, popped out to Alex Delgado in the 4th, swings and misses at Serwick's first offering here in the 6th. 0-1 offering launched into right field, but under it is Nagy for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 16.
And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jay Karp, who is 0 for 2 today, and like many Unicorns hitters so far, is held hitless. Serwick, a very different look than we've seen from the 2 starters today in Cassidy Gaines and Chris McDonald. A stockier pitcher, not as lengthy, a lower arm angle than the 2 starters. Fires a 0-1 strike here and gets Karp to foul off the 0-1 pitch. 0-2 hole here for Jay.
Not as big, but he has been effective.
0-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Karp is down. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Austin Serwick, who comes out of the bullpen in relief for Chris McDonald. We head to the final 3 frames here at Jimmy John's Field. Diamond Hoppers up big. You are listening to the United Shore Professional Baseball League YouTube channel.
Raise the roof, Jimmy John's Field, if you want a t-shirt. First baseline, make some noise, get a t-shirt. Here they come, they're coming your way.
Back here, top of the 7th at Jimmy John's Field, and we'll toss it over to Brad Golder for the play-by-play commentary for the remainder of this one.
All right, Kevin, thanks. 8-9-1 for the Diamond Hoppers, who will try to continue a trend that they have established in this game. They have batted in 6 innings. They have scored at least a run in all 6 innings. They have scored multiple runs in 5 of their innings. Power swings the first pitch in the air to right. Not enough power. It's Crutcher under it and handling it for out number 1. First time Power has failed to reach base. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 7th inning for the lefty Rich Cavazza. And Cam Stewart, the batter, 2 for 4. He hit the big blow of this game, a 3-run home run in the 4th.
RBIs and a home run today.
One down, base is empty. The pitch to Stewart. Taken low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Rich Cavazza still in there for the Unicorns for his 3rd inning of work. Has limited the damage so far, given Greg Rawl some length out of the bullpen as well.
Second pitch just misses, 2 balls, and no strikes to Cam Stewart. $14-0 Eastside Diamond Hoppers walloping the Utica Unicorns. Ground ball chopped to third. Irvin low with the throw across the diamond. It goes past Blonder towards the dugout. It stays in play. Stewart safe at second on an E5 throwing error.
4th error of the game for the Unicorns, and that's a throw that Chris Irvin needs to make. It almost looked like he took too much time thinking about the throw. Had plenty of seconds to toss over a quality toss, but unable to do so, and Blonder on the other end not able to scoop it up.
1 out, runner at second. Top of the order, and Luke Ortel.
I kind of missed Luke Ortel in the 6th inning, his first inning that he did not get a plate appearance.
Well, the long await is over. He takes high, 1 ball, no strikes. He has singled. He has grounded to second. Reached on an error, singled, and fouled to third. He's got a stolen base today. He's got a run scored. Takes inside, 2-0.
Probably be easier and less time to talk about what Luke Ortel has not done today.
He has not reached on a catcher's interference.
That would be the first ever in Jimmy John's Field history.
Yeah, still waiting on that one. 2-0. Popped up foul back behind the plate. He has not been involved in a catcher's balk. We may wait for that one for a long time.
Well, we did have a pitcher's balk yesterday.
Yeah, we'll get a few of those. The 2-1 to Ortel. Outside and low, 3-1. One out, runner at second. 14-0 Eastside. The 3-1 offering to Ortel. Popped up foul back behind the plate. 3-2.
Ortel, even with the score being as it is, still battling up there. Will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat upcoming.
And you're going to see that in a 14-0 game. Guys battling because they want to put up good numbers. They want to move up. So
at this level, every at-bat counts, and do not want to take at-bats off, that's for sure.
You never know who's watching. This one's fouled off, stays 3-2. We are on the interwebs, so talent evaluators could be anywhere.
We do provide audio and video coverage via our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the United Shore Professional Baseball League YouTube channel.
3-2's low and away, ball 4.
Don't want to miss any action.
Is there a
this year.
subscription fee?
No, completely free. Catch all the game action, as well as weekly podcasts, which will be starting next week to keep up to date with the players of all 3 squads and the ins and outs of USPBL.
So 1 out, runners are at first and second. Ricky Castro has driven in a couple today. He's got 2 hits. He has scored a couple as well. That one's low, 1 ball, no strikes. Batting from the right side of the plate against the lefty. His second at bat against the lefty Cavaza, who came on 3 batters into the 5th. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Gonzalez to Young. Young to first, not in time. And Castro face plants afterwards. And I think it's because he collided with Blonder. Now Blonder is down on the grass. And that collision there between Blonder and Castro got the worst of Blonder, who is down.
Looks like some Beaumont medical staff will be tending to Blonder. I don't know if it got his ankle. It looks like they are looking at his ankle. But an awkward play over during the relay to first base.
Castro took a spill after, and Blonder was hobbling. And Blonder is not going to be able to continue. This is apparently pretty serious.
This is not what you want to see.
Helped off.
Just 2 games into the season, and Blonder, who had such a good opening day and a promising young kid, looks like he can barely apply pressure to that right leg. Helped off there by his teammate Chris Irvin, also the Beaumont medical staff.
Luciano Villanueva will check in at first base.
Crowd applauds Blonder as he heads to the clubhouse, and just on behalf of Zach, and just hope that it's not serious.
That is number 6, Villanueva, right at first.
Yes.
It looks like a 5, but that would be a pitcher. Tomrowski, so I think my eyes are deceiving me. So Villanueva, utility player on the Unicorns, checks in, popped up foul. Right side, early opportunity for Villanueva, who squeezes it for out number 3. So Fiorino pops up, and it's time to stretch here at Jimmy John's Field. 7th inning stretch. It's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers leading 14-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, join in with a rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Okay, let's go, folks. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Give yourself a hand, Jimmy John's Field. Outstanding guy.
Diamond Hoppers on top 14-0 as we play on in the bottom half of the 7th inning, all stretched and ready to go. Zerwick in his 2nd inning of work after a solid 6th inning of relief. Chris Irwin, Austin Crutcher, and Carlos Gonzalez are the first three scheduled to face him. It is a blowout game. It is highly improbable that the Unicorns would come back, but that has not kept the fans from leaving the ballpark. They know there's post-game fireworks, so they are sticking around to the bitter end. And those clad in purple, hoping upon miracles that the Unicorns can put a couple touchdowns on the board and tie it out. Fly ball, center field. Fiorino has plenty of room after going back 10 steps, makes the catch one away.
And at this point of the game, it is 14-0, but a great opportunity for both sides to work on their mechanics and get some game reps. I'd love to see Paul Nochi and Greg Grawl insert some players into the lineup that might not get as much playing time throughout the course of the season, but
and it's kind of a balance. You want to see some of the reserves get a chance, but at the same time, at this point, you've barely seen the starters play as well. So you want to make sure that they get some opportunities. Crutcher takes a strike outside corner. Remember, Utica did put 5 on the board in their openers. That one's a strike outside corner, 0-2. But 4 of those runs came in 1 inning. So outside of that 1 inning, they've been relatively quiet offensively. Comebacker, third base side. Zerwig off the mound, fields and throws 2 away.
And that was a nifty play by Zurich. He's a stocky guy, doesn't look like the fleetest of foot, but a great lateral play to get off the mound, gather that ground ball, and make a strong throw over to Delgado.
5 up, 5 down for Zerwig since coming on in the 6th. And now it's Carlos Gonzalez. First pitch to him is taken down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Working quickly. Zerwig delivers inside, backs Gonzalez off, 1-1. Zerwig spelled with a C, C-Z-E-R-W-I-C. 1-1. Line hard, but fouled on the left field line. Well struck into the corner by Gonzalez, 1-2.
It sounded good coming off the bat. It made a nice pop off the bat, but Gonzalez just a little bit of in front of Zerwig's offering. Yanked it foul.
Gonzalez, former farmhand to the White Sox, waits on the 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. $7:25 tomorrow night. 2 o'clock game on Sunday. 2-2 is low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. If you're coming to Jimmy John's Field right off of M59 in downtown Utica, just west of the downtown area, and on the north side of 59 off of Auburn Road. 3-2's outside, ball 4, and Gonzalez draws the walk.
Tomorrow at the ballpark will be Star Wars night.
Catcher, Brian
A lot of Star
McKenna.
Wars fans will be coming out, and baseball fans in general as well. Still in the midst of opening weekend here for the United Shore Professional Baseball League. And Sunday's matinee will be Superhero Day at the ballpark. So a lot of fun promotions, a lot of fun baseball to be played, a lot of fun reasons to come out to the ballpark.
Called strike at the knees to McKenna, 0-1. 2 outs, runner at first. Yeah, I think that Star Wars is going to catch on. Kids seem to like it. 0-1. Got on and miss, 0-2. Man, that thing first came out in early 80s?
70s. 77, I believe, is the first one. And the newest one came out this past year, has re-energized the Star Wars junkies.
And they made a little money off that. Pitches low, 1-2. I mean, even before the recent run of remakes from Disney. They had been doing quite well with merchandise and conventions and all that, and it's just energized the brand. That one's low, 2-2. Merchandise sales, I'm sure, have gone through the roof, in addition to all the movie ticket sales. So Darth Vader is the dad.
Yes.
Luke's dad, 2-2, chop foul. Which movie did that come out in where he said, "I am your father"?
The second one made, the fifth one in sequence, The Empire Strikes Back.
That's the thing that, why didn't they just start at the beginning and then just go all the way through? Why did they start and then go back to the prequel and then continue from the back? It's confusing. They're out of order.
Yeah, I think that frustrates a lot of people for sure.
2-2, skied in the air, center of the diamond. Zerwig gets out of the way. Shortstop climbs over the mound, and it lands on the mound. Castro overran it.
That's got to be an error,
Gonzalez
right?
to third. McKenna only made it to first. It was right to the center of the diamond. Zerwig, the pitcher, got out of the way immediately. That ball got way up in the air.
Now batting number
Went
6.
Well above the
Villanueva.
height of the lights.
And they ruled that a base hit for McKenna. I'm not sure if I 100% agree with that one.
They're at the corners with 2 outs.
The problem with that is that's the unwritten rule in baseball coming into play, where the pitchers are not allowed, quote unquote, to field pop-ups, and it landed directly on the mound. It would have been a very easy play for Zerwig. Instead, you have 3 or 4 infielders charging in
Swing and a miss,
on
nothing
one
in 2.
on one common ground.
And Castro had to climb over and then start down the mound while he was overrunning it. Zerwig has a chance to get out of it now. The 0-2 tipped in the mitt, 4 strike 3. So Zerwig does pitch around the dropped pop-up. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 7 innings, score is still the same. It's the Eastside Diamond Hoppers 14, Utica Unicorns 0.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Cha-cha now, y'all. Last time to get funky. To the right now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. 2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Keep fucking with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 5 hops this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop.
Top half of the 8th inning, 14-0 Diamond Hoppers. And Matt Tomrowski will take over on the mound for the Utica Unicorns.
Tomrowski, another tall pitcher,
Pitching for the
6'9",
Unicorns, number 5,
250
Matt
from
Tomrowski.
Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Played some ball at Albion.
Of all the tall pitchers we've seen, he's the tallest. Here's a cue shot off the end of the bat, up the first base line, and Tomrowski fields it and tags Nagy out as he passes by, out number 1. Just off the end of the bat there for Nagy.
It looked like that could have been a miscommunication between Tomrowski
Now
and
number
Villanueva,
12,
that new
Andrew
first baseman who replaced the injured Zach Blonder. They both charged on the ball, and once Tomrowski ended up fielding it, he looked to toss it over to Villanueva at the bag, but instead took it himself.
Andrew Bynum takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning and delivered a sac fly. He fouls this one back behind the dish, and it counts 1-1. Diamond Hoppers did not score in the 7th inning for the first time in an inning this game.
What a good breaking ball there
Strike
from
call.
Tomrowski. Totally changed the perspective from the hitter.
The 1-2 swing and a miss for strike 3.
Back-to-back curveballs there, and that last one, the bottom dropped out of it, and given Tomrowski's height, the angle in which the ball released comes out of his hand
Number 10, Alex
is
Delgado.
very unique and very deceptive.
Alex Delgado working on a perfect game at the plate. 2 walks, 3 singles. Goes to work with 2 outs and the base is empty. Takes high, 1 ball, no strikes from Matt Tomrowski. Tomrowski lets it fly, ground ball towards the shortstop. Gonzalez slides over, makes the play, fires to first in time. And the Utica Unicorns record their first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Eastside 14, Utica 0.
Hey fans, don't forget, tonight after the game, be sure to be here for the fireworks starting right after the kids run the bases.
Does anybody actually stay at the YMCA? I mean, I go there to work out, take a shower, and you leave.
One of those unanswered questions.
Bottom half of the 8th inning. And a new pitcher into a 14-0 game. Matt Rogers debuts in the United Shore Professional Baseball League.
May I have your attention, please? Now batting, center fielder number 25, Blake Carroll.
Rogers, another tall righty from Clarkston.
Inside, Diamond Hopper,
Michigan.
number 17, John Tangerlini.
I stand corrected. He pitched yesterday, actually.
Yes, he did. Yep.
I said he debuted in this one. He did pitch yesterday, so this is his 2nd game. He leads the United Shore Professional Baseball League right now in appearances.
2 appearances in as many games.
And a strike called on the outside corner to Blake Harrell, who has struck out thrice today against Diamond Hoppers pitching. Fouls this one to the left and out of play. It's 0-2. runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Diamond Hoppers. Unicorns, no runs, 4 hits, 4 errors. Line drive, gap left center field, over is Ortel, it's over his head. One hops the wall. Harrell into second base. It's a double for the Unicorns leadoff man. 0-2 pitch as well.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, inside out swing, and able to get a really nice swing on that fastball over the head of Ortel, and Fiorino didn't have a chance either.
Bam Bam Young heads to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Runner at second. Nobody out here in the 8th. The right-hander sets and fires. Tails away. 1 ball, no strikes to Young. The 1 ball, no strike pitch, plateward. High fly ball into left center field. Ortel and Fiorino over. And it's Fiorino with the call on the catch. 1 away in the 8th. Again, tomorrow, 7:25
Now batting left fielder number 4, Chris
Star Wars night. It's a month late. Star Wars Day should be May 4th, right?
Yes.
Not June 4th, but we weren't playing baseball on May 4th, so Star Wars Day will be June 4th. Unicorns and the Beavers. Tickets are available.
Beavers 0-2, seeking their first win of the year. And it looks like the Unicorns will fall to 1-1 after this one.
Yeah, I think so. 1 ball, no strikes to Cruz. And the pitch is on the outside corner, a strike. 1-1.
As we mentioned, Rogers with a innings pitched yesterday, gave up a hit, also struck out 2 Beavers.
One ball, 1 strike to count. Rogers fires and misses high. Should also be pointed out today, not only is post-game fireworks day and Meet the Unicorns, it's also meet all the people from Sterling Heights Day here at Jimmy John's Field, and that community well represented. 2-1, just misses the outside edge. It's now 3-1.
A slight Unicorns chant arising at Jimmy John's Field.
They haven't given up yet, folks. That one's high and away, ball 4. Chris Cruz draws the walk. And the Unicorns have a couple of base runners with 1 out. Seeking their first run of the contest. Jay Karp, the DH, is 0 for 3 today. If you've got faith in your team at this point of a ball game, then you're the type that you believe in miracles. You're like Al Michaels, I guess. 1 down, the pitch, ground ball foul over towards the first base dugout, occupied today by the Diamond Hoppers, 0-1. There's no clock in baseball, so
plenty of time.
Anything can happen. The 0-1. Ground ball foul, right side.
Unicorns are down to their final 5 outs, though, and especially Karp with an 0-2 hole here.
I mean, this is the equivalent, basically, of a 60-0 football game. But in a football game, you know that the time's going to run out. You don't have enough time to score that many points. Fouled back by Karp, stays 0-2. But in baseball, I mean, string together a bunch of hits, get a bunch of base runners on. Your team's never out of it.
Technically out of it.
Yeah.
Morally, maybe.
I mean, I'm not down there chanting unicorns, but the youngsters are, and it's like the end of Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. Absolutely. And the kids are loving it. They have balloon animals, balloon hats, and looks like one of the young fans down there actually has a ball as well. Definitely cheering on his unicorns, though, and he no signs of stopping.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, first and second. The set by Rogers. He fires, and it's grounded foul. Third base side. Nice play made by the Utica third base coach, Mark Wagner. Count stays 0-2 to Jay Karp. Fontana College product. He's got some pop in his bat. But I think he broke his bat and actually is walking over towards the dugout. And again, a long walk to that dugout to get a replacement stick.
And you would think in a 14-0 deficit that Jay Karp might want to make the walk a little faster, but he will stick to his normal routine and now begins his slow walk back to the plate.
Yeah, this is a leisurely stroll back to home plate, but he is set to go here on 0-2. Rogers sets and fires away. Popped it up foul. We'll do it again at 0-2.
That was Rogers' 15th pitch of his outing today so far. Only has recorded 1 out, which was the fly out to Fiorino by Bam Bam Young.
Low and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Karp
held off.
Gave up that leadoff double to Blake Harrell for his first hit of the game and walked Chris Cruz to put 2 men aboard.
One into the count, 1 out. Matt Rogers fires, and he got a piece of it, fouled it off the net behind the plate. Diamond Hoppers with a run in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and have been held scoreless since. They lead 14-0, bottom half of the 8th inning. High from Rogers, 2-2. This has been a very patient at bat by Karp. The pitch home.
And I'm not sure.
Did not catch the corner, apparently.
I'm not sure where that pitch was. It looked like, given the circumstances, it caught enough of the play to call the 3rd strike on Jay Karp, but looks like we'll have a full count here.
And a swing and a foul tip into the Mets. So Karp goes down eventually. Strikes for a strikeout of the game for Rogers.
Chris Irvin.
And here comes Chris Irvin, who's got 2 of the 5 Utica hits in the game. 14-0. Diamond Hoppers on top. Here comes the first pitch to Irvin. Splits the middle of the plate for a called strike. Another huge crowd on hand for Game 3 at Jimmy John's Field. Foul tip into the mitts by Irvin, 0-2.
Fans still cheering on their Unicorns, even with the deficit and an 0-2 count here to Irvin.
And a swing and a miss at a high fastball. So a couple strikeouts for Rogers, and Utica strands a couple of base runners through 8 completes from Jimmy John's Field. East side 14, Utica nothing.
59 will make it happen. And remember to stay off the grass. And fans, don't forget, tonight after the game, make sure to be here for the fireworks starting right after the kids run the bases. Now batting, designated hitter number 19.
Top of the 9th inning, and the Eastside Diamond Hoppers are looking for some insurance runs. They lead 14-0, and the bottom 3 of the order will bat here in the 9th. Matt Tomrowski put together the first 1-2-3 inning of the game for a Utica pitcher. Fires away the first pitch, and it's on the outside edge. A called strike to Kyle Carter, 0-1.
I really like the difference in velocity between Tomrowski's fastball and off-speed pitch has really been catching these Diamond Hoppers off guard, leading to that 1-2-3 8th inning.
High from Tomrowski, and it's 1-1. Carter leading things off in the 9th for Eastside. Delivery is low, and the count is 2-1 to the Diamond Hoppers DH. Things have gone well so far for Paul Nochi's club. Looking to improve to 2-0 on the year. There's a strike on the outside edge. It's now 2-2. They'll get an off day tomorrow and then play Sunday. Little chopper hits Carter in the batter's box, foul. Hoppers will play Sunday against the Beavers.
Then Jimmy John's Field out of action until the following Thursday. So 3 off days this upcoming week for the teams.
2-2 pitch to Carter is chopped foul first base side. Carter, left-handed batter, waits on the tall right-hander. Way high, 3-2 to Carter. Carter, Power, and Stewart. Scheduled trio for Eastside here in this 9th. Fly ball center field since Harold back, still backpedaling onto the warning track and pulls it in for out number 1. Ball had a little bit of unexpected carry, I think. Harold didn't anticipate that ball going that deep.
Off the bat, it seemed like it would just be a normal depth fly ball, but proceeded to carry and carried Harold to the warning track.
One out, bases empty. Chris Power. He's got a couple of singles, a couple of walks today. Bounces this one foul, third base side. Tomrowski has retired all 4 he has faced. Big right-hander delivers. Ground ball to shortstop. Convenient hop for Gonzalez. Flings it across, and he got Power. The throw was high and off the bag, but Villanueva, I believe he came down on the base. It wasn't a tag. I think he came down on the base
second baseman,
to get the out. Close play. Power's out for out number 2.
And Gonzalez has a heck of an arm. The problem that we've seen early on from him is the accuracy of his throws.
Cam Stewart, a 3-run homer to his credit today. Fouls this one back, 0-1.
But an athletic play by the backup first baseman Villanueva.
It was a 3-run homer for Stewart back in the 4th. He's got 5 RBIs today. Next pitch misses 1-1. Now ground ball, third base line foul. And it's 1-2 to Cam Stewart. Dombrowski, the long look in, now steps off. Trying to get together with his catcher, McKenna. And they do get together, the 1-2, low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the kick, the 2-2 pitch. Low and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tomrowski retires all 6 batters he faces. Last call for the Utica Unicorns. Bottom half of the 9th inning, 14-0 Diamond Hoppers.
Remember, fans and kids, if you want to run the bases, line up in the first base party patio by the bullpen, and Crew 59 will make it happen. Remember, please, to stay off the grass. And fans tonight after the game, make sure to stay here for the fireworks starting right after the kids run the bases. Attention please, now pitching for the East Side Diamond Hoppers, number 27, Jared Gaynor. Now batting, right fielder number 3, Austin Grutcher.
New pitcher on the mound for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. This is not a save situation for left-hander Jared Gaynor. Takes over on the bump.
Jared Gaynor, lefty, 6 foot, from Cave Creek, Arizona. Played some ball at George Mason University, also some independent baseball with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. College career, 24 wins, just an ERA just above 4.
Swing and a miss there by Austin Crutcher, 0-1. It's the 9th inning, bottom half, and a 14-0 lead that Gaynor's trying to protect. Swing and a miss by Crutcher, 0-2. Trying to keep the shutout intact as well. Chris McDonald in line for the win, 5 shutout innings. Zerwick, Rogers, and Gaynor have followed, and a swing and a miss there by Crutcher. 3 pitches and 1 out in the 9th.
Gonzalez.
Carlos Gonzalez, the shortstop, has a single and a walk today. Matt Rogers, an inning, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts.
Back-to-back solid performances for Rogers.
Gaynor pauses and pitches. A little bit low. From the third base side of the rubber, he delivers a strike outside corner. 1-1. Here's the pitch home. Ground ball, right side, scoots in to right field for a base hit.
And what a great at-bat there from Gonzalez, taking the pitch
Now batting,
exactly where it
number
was
13,
thrown, which was the
catcher Brian
outside part of the
McKenna.
plate, takes it to the hole between first and second base.
So now with 1 out, Brian McKenna, the catcher, stands in. But it has been a long day for him back behind the plate. He has squatted an inordinate number of times for a catcher in a ball game. Swing and a miss, 0-1. If I were to place bets, which I wouldn't, but if I were, I would guess he's not in the lineup tomorrow with as much as he has had to catch today. And the strain it is probably taken on him. A little bit low, 1-1.
It's been a long day for sure, and Nick Krause also on the roster can serve as the backup catcher. Talking to Greg Garral before the game on Monday, he said that everyone on the team has a role.
Yep. Outside, 2-1.
Very much like Tony La Russa's managerial style, and everyone understands their role, and that's what makes a ball club that has great chemistry and is very collected.
Karp, the DH, the first 2 games for them, it can catch as well. This one's fouled back behind the plate by McKenna. It's 2-2. I'm sure he will sleep well tonight with as much a strain as he's had catching a long one here today.
Not an easy job to be the backstop, especially in games like today.
It's 2-2. Breaking ball. Backdoored him for a called strike 3. Good pitch there by Gaynor for the second out of the inning.
McKenna knew it too. That was a great backdoor curveball from Gaynor.
Luciano Villanueva.
First at bat of the year for Luciano Villanueva, and it's up to him to get on base to keep the Unicorns alive. Villanueva came on when Blonder was injured at first in a collision. And Villanueva looks at a fast strike on the inside corner.
Villanueva from San Antonio, Texas. Played some ball at the University of Dallas.
The 0-1 on the way. Fouled it back. And the Unicorns down to their final strike. Diamond Hoppers 14, Unicorns nothing. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning and an 0-2 count. Here's the lefty set. And the 0-2 to Villanueva is low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gainer from the third base side of the rubber. Comes set, the 1-2. Here it is. Fouled it back. And another one spoiled by Gainer. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch home. Breaking ball just missed the outside corner. That was similar to the backdoor breaking ball that got McKenna.
Tried to do the same thing. Both McKenna and Villanueva righties using that backdoor curveball. That one just looked like it was a little low.
2-2 cut out and missed for strike 3. Gator strikes out the side in the 9th inning, and it's a convincing victory for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers, who improved to 2-0 on the year and come away with a 14-0 victory over the Utica Unicorns. 14-0 your final score. Totals, highlights, and more coming your way after this.
Next game tomorrow as the Utica Unicorns take on the Beavers on Star Wars night. All the fun starts at 7:45.
All right, let's get to our player of the game interview. Matt Derry with you down the field with Cameron Stewart, second baseman for the Diamond Hoppers. 2 hits tonight for Cameron and also a home run and 4 RBI. How'd you feel tonight going into the game?
I felt really good. I was just not trying to get too anxious, just trying to stay within myself and do the best I could.
A home run in a game like this, early in the season, does it validate, I guess, doing this and how you felt going into this whole thing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it gives you a big confidence boost going into this, and it just proves to myself that I know I can play at this level, and hopefully I can do it for a long time.
You guys put up 14 runs tonight. How good were the swings against Utica's pitching?
It was really good. It was good to see all these guys battling and grinding out ABs. It was really good.
You guys, Cameron, are up to a 2-0 start, and you're really scolding the baseball. And usually the pitching comes before the hitting. Why has it been so successful first 2 games?
The Eastside Diamond Hoppers are in first place all by themselves in the United Shore Professional Baseball League standings. They're 2-0 to begin the young season. 14-0 the final score over the Utica Unicorns. 14 runs, 17 hits, no errors, 10 left on base for Eastside. For Utica, no runs, 6 hits, 4 errors, and 9 left on base. Chris McDonald the win, 1-0. Cassidy Gaines the loss, 0-1. And the game time, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Cam Stewart, his first home run of the year in what became an East Side rout. And really early on, Kevin, not a whole lot of doubt about the offensive potency of the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. They have proven it through the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, from top to bottom, it was absolutely a fantastic showing from the Diamond Hoppers. It started off all with a leadoff single to start the game from Luke Ortel, and from then it was kind of history as he came around to score in that first inning. The second inning was filled with walks and hits and 4 runs for the Diamond Hoppers, and then the exclamation point in the 4th was the 3-run home run from Cam Stewart.
The Utica Unicorns even up their record at 1-1 with the loss. And the Eastside Diamond Hoppers now improved to 2-0 on the year. Next up on the slate, 7:25 tomorrow. And it's Utica coming right back at it, taking on the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Game time 7:25, and it is Star Wars night at Jimmy John's Field. Should be a ton of fun for everybody in this one. Stars up and down the lineup for the Eastside Diamond Hoppers. Everybody was on base. I mean, hard to really pick a standout. You had Cam Stewart with the 3-run homer and 4 RBIs total in the game with 2 hits. Alex Delgado got on base 5 times on a couple of walks and 3 singles, and everybody really contributing. Tom Nagy had 2 walks and 2 hits, including a double in the game.
Again, the bottom of the lineup, we saw it on opening day, the bottom of the lineup for the Unicorns produced, but today it was the Diamond Hoppers and their bottom 2 who really produced. Power and Stewart really solidifying the lineup. 4 hits combined, 6 RBIs, scored 4 runs as well. Just a really good day from top to bottom for the East Side Club.
And, they didn't allow a run as well, which was pretty impressive as well. A 4-pitcher shutout. Chris McDonald with 5 shutout innings, striking out 6. And then Austin Zerwick was solid in 2 shutout innings. Matt Rogers and Jared Gaynor 1 shutout inning apiece. And this one was all green. Eastside Diamond Hoppers with a 14-0 victory. The pyrotechnics being set up in center field, and they're going to shoot off some fireworks here in just a few moments. Final score 14-0. Eastside Diamond Hoppers have defeated the Utica Unicorns. Don't forget games coming up this weekend, 7:25 tomorrow, 2 o'clock on Sunday from beautiful Jimmy John's Field. Speaking of beautiful, thanks to my partner, Kevin Klein. Great job as always. Always great working with you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brad. It was a pleasure these last 3 games for sure.
Thank you, Brad. Speaking of beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful
Thank
as
you.
well, Brad,
Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate it.
I thought the listeners and the viewers took that for granted, to be honest with you.
There we go. And a beautiful offensive performance today as well for Eastside. Diamond Hoppers 14 and the Unicorns 0 for Kevin Klein. I'm Brad Golder. Thanks for joining us. Good night.